30 degrees.
Yes, Indianapolis Center, do you have any test operations restricted area 2508?
Aries 31, roger. Traffic is quite luminous and is exhibiting some non-ballistic motion, over.
Roger, Aries 31. Continue descent at your discretion, over.
Okay, Center. The traffic is approaching head-on, ultra bright, and really moving. They're right by us right now.
There are 1,000 UFO sightings reported around the world every month. 90% of these sightings can be explained, but 10% cannot. Officially and unofficially, the U.S. military has been investigating UFOs since 1947. Their top secret goal is to find out what's behind these unexplained sightings. The Pentagon classifies them as unusual airborne anomalies, but a better term is X-Files. Join us now as Mack, Juan-Juan, and Commander Cobra explore these unsolved cases, UFO incidents that baffle even the U.S. military. This is Mack Maloney's Military X-Files. And now, here's Mack Maloney.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mack Maloney's Military X-Files show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. This is Mack Maloney. Wow, what a show we have for you tonight. But what a gang we have for you tonight. So now I'm going to introduce them all. First of all, girls, get ready. Sit down. Get your mister. Get your fan. Get your big box of Kleenex, big box of wipes, a squeegee, and some lube. Because the very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Hello, everybody. Hello, girls. Hello, Mac. What are we doing with the squeegee?
What are we doing with the lube?
The lube.
Yeah. I was going to say, did Mac say lube?
Okay.
I was going to say, I think the squeegee should follow the lube.
Maybe,
that's how we fly up this way.
Actually, yeah.
Words matter.
Well, I came here to the studio like a bat out of hell, just to arrive here on time.
Yeah. Subtle.
And I'm eating my... I was eating my shepherd's pie by the dashboard.
He looks like his Crudes and Waves, yes. He looks like Trotsky tonight. Doesn't he have that
Remember Leon Trotsky?
Commie
look. That commie vibe.
Yeah. Well, he's from Cambridge, so.
Or What's It Good For? The original title? Yeah, we remember.
When I was hanging out at Harvard Square in the 60s,
we can tell.
mid-60s.
We can tell.
You know, maybe I ran into those guys. I don't know. I wouldn't probably have recognized them.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's where they'd hang out, all those.
Was always hanging out in and out of the Harvard Coop with my Pearls Before Swine album under my arm and my Herman Miller books under my other arm.
What are you trying to pick up co-eds? Is that you're in the eighth grade trying to do that?
You meet chicks with cool records and books under your arms, and meeting at the Mug and Muffin coffee joint.
Oh, I've been to the Mug and Muffin many times. Anyway, let's go up.
You know what kind of muffin I'm talking about. Blueberry.
Up the food chain here. Actually, sideways. I don't know where we're going, but... up there in his bunker/compound, we know him as, he's known on the streets as Coco, but we know him as Commander Cobra, Coco, CC.
As always, Mac, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to join the formation. I'm very proud to be on the wing with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the chicken wing. All
Welcome
right.
on the wing, Cobra.
The wing.
As always, we miss you anytime you're off the wing.
Well, we're going to talk about that as soon as we invite the 20 other people on the show tonight. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, this lineup looks like Merv Griffin. I mean, it's amazing.
Right. Also, going now to our national correspondent up there in the Boulder Flakes, Battle Creek, Michigan, Switchblade Steve Ward, Switchy.
Great to be here, and I hope there's an annotated version of the show because already many words and phrases have been expressed that I have no idea what they mean.
Really? Okay. Give us a list.
Send him a dictionary of Mack Maloney's Military X-Files.
I'd just like to note that Steve is he's the center square on my
really
Brady bunch. Yes, I always say it's fun. We should do like a little score sheet.
Yeah, but it's different on everyone's screen.
Does everybody end up? Who knew that the Brady Bunch was like zooming before Zoom was a thing? I mean, think back to the show. The Brady Bunch was zooming before Zoom was a thing. It's amazing.
Right. So Switchy is here. He's looking more. I think he's really going for the, the Hemingway
the
look.
Dreyfuss look.
The Richard Dreyfuss going for Hemingway. Right, exactly. That's exactly what he's going for. Okay, all right. Interesting. Look there, Steve. Keep it up.
Remember, he said, "You're all going to die."
Right. Did you say that in Jaws? Oh, yeah, okay.
Right.
Predator. Yeah. Jaws is a terrible movie. Have I said that before on the show?
You have over and over again.
Okay.
It's actually a very short list of the ones that you say that were a good movie.
Well,
so
that's the truth.
Ever get that list,
turns out to be. That's how it is. That's how it is. Listen, I'm going to go
Great
off.
Soundtrack, though.
I'm going to go off the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize. I have some John Williams stories too. I'll tell off here. I'm going to go across the board right now and introduce, and I hope her microphone is on. Is it? There it is. Our favorite good witch. A breath of fresh air up there in Sideways, New York. Raven is with us. Raven, how are you?
Hi, my friends. I'm good. Thanks for having me. It's so good to see everyone.
We usually leave her for last, but I think she should come in earlier on the show. What do you think, Al? Don't you think?
I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
You got to have some good with the bad.
Right, right. Yes. Why wait?
Mix it up,
So anyway, Raven,
how much of the audience do we lose when we wait to bring Raven up?
See, that's what we got to do. We got to do one of those time management studies. Raven, everything okay with you?
It's good. I watched Stripes last night, which I haven't seen in forever.
Oh, my God.
And I'm sure you probably think it's a terrible
movie.
But I had a great time. Bill Murray is my man.
Bill Murray. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Okay. We're going to have to do a whole show on Bill Murray and what a dick he is, but that's okay.
So I guess,
that's
Raven, should we ask, have you ever had the spatula treatment since you're flashing us all around?
No comment.
Whoa,
thank you. That's all we needed.
Smart move.
Another ship is launched. Thank you.
Let's go down south, okay, to our southern correspondent, south of the Mason-Dixon line, the original JoJo, Jocko Johnson. How are you tonight?
Mac. Good. I'm happy to be on the roll.
Yeah? Happy to be on the roll.
Hey, Jocko.
There he is.
You
get any
Speak up just a bit.
Yeah, get close to that.
I'm a little depressed today.
What are you depressed about? What are you depressed about?
Two of my brothers aren't with us any longer.
Oh, that happened today?
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, but you're here. You're here there, right?
Yeah, I am.
And you're bringing entertainment to millions. You wouldn't believe the letters I get. More Jocko. More Jocko.
I think I sent those.
That's fine. Hey, I still got them there, brother. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. All right. In the center square. No, let me go. I'm sorry. Let's go to the other beauty among the beasts. This is going to be a surprise, but Zoom kind of screws everything up. So welcoming back our good friend Ella the Psychic. Let's give her a hand, please.
Hey, Ella.
Hi, Matt.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I've been busy.
She's been busy. Okay. And she doesn't want to deal with us anymore. She's a psychic. She knows what's going through our heads all the time. You know, at some point you got to turn it off. Yeah. Yes, right. Okay.
Stop the noise.
Very mischievous.
See?
You are.
Well, we can't help it. So anyway, Ella the Psychic is back, and you've since moved from Las Vegas to California, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to adopt cats.
Oh, you couldn't have Las Vegas doesn't allow cats there?
No.
They don't?
Well, you can, but it costs a fortune for cats in Las Vegas.
Oh, I'm moving to Las Vegas,
Really?
baby. Come here. Let's go.
Wow.
Is that true? Really? They want to keep the cats out of Vegas?
No, I don't think so. But it's too hot for them to go outside, and it's too cold for them to go outside. And my cats stay inside, but I can take them out on a leash.
Oh, yeah. How? So how many cats do you have now?
I just adopted two.
Two? Yeah, two. Okay. Wow. Okay. Here's one of them. Get the pictures. Okay. Yeah, there they are.
Oh,
I
cute
guess
little
I guess they're adorable, right? Is that the word we want to say?
Just adopt the pictures. That's it.
Listen. Wow. I have a bad history with cats.
It's cool for cats.
Yeah, but I'm not. I have a bad history dealing with cats since I was a youth. Okay, so anyway, let me get through introducing everyone. In our center square is very famous writer Marc Zappulla. Marc, MZ, how you doing there, brother?
Mac, I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me, and it's great to see everybody again.
Wow. Okay, that sounded like Klingon to me. Let's try that again, okay? Marc, how you doing?
I'm fantastic.
It's choppy. Choppy.
It's choppy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, now it's might get better. Okay, everything good with you? We can click.
Everything's great. I have no complaints at all.
Okay.
In a great place. You know,
Marc
happy to see everyone again.
Marc is the author of 4 or 5 books, but his best book, in my opinion, well, it's a toss-up between the Longshoreman book, The Last Longshoreman, was that the name of it?
Last Longshoreman, yeah.
Yep, and then the Miami crime book is a cool book. That reads like a movie. What's the name of that?
Miami Underground.
Yeah, it's just a caper. It's a caper that begins on page 1 and doesn't end until the last page.
I think I did more research for that one. A lot of historical background.
Yeah,
a lot of historical facts.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell. And like I say, it reads like you're in the present tense, which is, kind of nutty, but it reads like a movie script, It's like a movie.
That's why I tried. I really tried to do that.
Yeah, it was right.
I just want everyone to know that Cobra's mother loves Marc's books.
Wow, there you go.
Much appreciated.
Okay, Mike.
That means a lot. Thank you, Cobra. That means a lot.
Hey, listen, I walked into a restaurant once, and this guy's here with a writer groupie. I go, what? Where did I didn't get that memo? Correct? You were in a restaurant down at your Johnny's, right? It was at some kind of signing party, and you were with a lovely young woman, and I said, "Who's?" And you said she was a groupie, a writer groupie, correct?
Yeah, I may have used a different term, I think. Right?
Okay, all right, we better move on.
Wow. We need to know more on that story later.
Is it a term like fiance or something like that?
No.
I'm curious now.
No. They all have names, and like there are women who follow athletes, right? Follow movie stars. There are actually women who follow comedians, and they have a name. Does anyone know what they call comedian groupies? I'll give you $25 if you can tell me, and don't Google it there, Wani.
I'm not. My hands are not on the keyboard.
All right. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry, women, if I offend you, okay? What do they call groupies? That's a long road for this joke. Chuckle
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
That was my
wow.
I didn't think we could use it on the air, so I was keeping my mouth shut.
Wow. I didn't see that one.
Anyway,
it sounds so stupid, I don't believe it.
Get
Really?
the show up.
That's the name?
Well, Trotsky doesn't believe it. Okay. So,
I didn't see that.
Juan, if Mac says it's true, okay?
Now, listen, we're leaving out one person that we have to introduce, and he's not someone that you want mad at you. In the lower square is our good friend, the Black-Eyed Kid, is here. Black-Eyed, how you doing, Kid? How are you, Kid?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me back.
Okay. All right. So we should
close all the doors.
So, a Black-Eyed Kid, quick one right off the top. You know what's coming. What we call a groupie that follows Black-Eyed Kids. Take your time on this one. You may have to Google this.
Don't say
it.
Kid. Okay, all right.
Oh, this could go off the rails real fast.
So, Kid. Oh, Jesus. So, Kid, how you doing? How's things in the third grade?
Thanks for having me down.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
We're in trouble.
Okay.
What was that?
Could you repeat that for us again there, Kid? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Thanks for having me back down to earth.
Back down to earth. Okay. All right.
Beautiful to be among you.
It's a start. Now, listen, you asked before you came on the show, you demanded that there be two lovely women on the show, and I've delivered for you, Kid, correct?
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't too creepy. Okay, listen. Why don't we do this? First, we'll go to Switch. We'll switch topics immediately. Okay, Switch? Screw the show there, brother. Okay? Let me guess what you had today. Okay? I'm going to guess.
Okay.
I mean, did he go the Denny's route, or did he just go the frozen waffle route? Let me look at him. It looks like he's been out. It looks like he's
those for a while.
Okay, well that's what I mean. I'm shooting outside the envelope here. He looks like he's been out, so I'm going to say that he did the Denny's thing today.
Yes, but not for breakfast. For lunch.
Oh, mixing it up. Okay. All right. Okay, so what you have for breakfast then? Waffles.
A heaping bowl of sugar frosted flakes.
Okay, cool.
2% milk and hot black coffee.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay. I like that.
That's his standard issue.
That's good. That'll get you through the day, or get you to lunch, and then when you get to Denny's, okay, it gives you the energy. Okay, so what you have at Denny's?
I had 2 eggs over easy.
It's breakfast.
Sausage, 2 bacon.
It's breakfast,
2,
dude.
Pieces of white toast.
Okay, breakfast 2.0.
And hot black coffee and water.
And water. He had water. That's good. That's healthy. Now, did you know the waitress? Is it one of your staple?
Yes, Vanessa waited on me.
Okay.
And Michelle made sure I got my military discount.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. I'm glad.
They take care of me there.
Thanks for your service.
And your tip was?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say the bill was probably $10.45 or something, right?
Well, that's pretty close.
Okay. How much was it?
It was 10 something.
Okay. Good.
10 something. I don't remember the exact change.
Okay. Tell us the tip, please. Don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass the show. Go.
Well, guess what the tip was.
$5.
Don't embarrass me.
No, I'm going to say $7. $7.
$6. $7.
$7. Switchy. All right, come on, let's clap. We're going to have to put the big. We're going to have to put the big clap in there now. Thank you. I feel like I'm teaching him. He's the grasshopper. I'm telling him how to handle people like this. Thank you, Switchy.
Very good. Very good.
I feel like a bug sometimes.
Switchy, that was excellent.
Excellent is right.
You'd get out of the place in New York alive with that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they'd let you go. They would let you go.
Just one other thing, my friend. Let me explain this to you. 2% milk is white water. Just go for the milk. Okay.
Yes, right. It barely comes out of the cow. Yep. If you're going to drink milk, drink the whole thing. I know someone who drinks almond milk and loves it. Have you ever tasted that stuff? Raven, you've tasted it, haven't you? I can tell.
I love almond milk. That's all I drink.
Really?
I do as well.
Maybe it was you I talked to. Okay.
It tastes like regular milk.
No, it doesn't.
It tastes the same.
Hey, Ella, you don't drink
from an animal.
Ella?
Does it come from an animal that has
No, it comes from
mammary
a
glands?
No.
Because if it doesn't, you can't call it milk.
Oh, we have to cut that out.
Well, they can't call it nut juice. What are they supposed to call it?
I like nut juice.
Nut juice.
Wow, that would sell. I tell you, that would work.
I guess we drifted into another topic area.
We're always
Juan likes nut juice.
No. We're always looking
No
for
surprise there.
name.
We're always
That
looking for
wasn't even
names for the
money on the
band,
betting
and
pools.
I think nut juice is.
It's way up over the over.
That sounds like a bad porno movie. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, there you go. Uncle Al.
I can't drink that now.
Chipping in. Okay,
Can't
well.
look at it the same again.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we do the top 10?
That whole squeegee thing got straightened out, though, pretty quick with that remark, didn't it?
It did. Now we know we need a squeegee.
What? Holy cow. Okay. All right. Let's regroup here. Let's do the top 10 list, okay? And see how hilarious that is, okay? All right. Raven, you have the top 10 list?
I do.
Okay. All right. This is, remind me what it is. What's the title again?
This is top 10 reasons we know Juan-Juan's bromance with Tom Brady is over.
That's it. Top 10 reasons we know it's over, baby. Okay? All right? Here we go. We'll start the music right here. And here we go. Top 10 reasons we know it's over between Juan-Juan and Tom Brady. Please, number 10, Raven.
JJ's weekly expenditure on tissues and cleanup materials has nosedived in recent weeks.
See, you can tell. That's what these hedge fund guys look for. Okay.
You're right.
Number 9, please. We'll go quick.
Number 9, the flowers to Buccaneer Stadium keep getting returned.
They just keep sending them back, right? Gets a little sad at some point, right? Yeah, Jay.
Oh, boy.
Okay, next one, please. This will be quick. Go, please. Number
8, found mold behind the poster of Tom Brady in his bathroom.
Ooh.
It's so gross.
Yeah, and the TB12 hat that I've had hung up.
Oh, you had a little mold in that as well?
Frail.
Okay.
It's history.
Here we go. Number 7, I hope.
His TB12 adult-sized feety pajamas just don't fit anymore.
Right, the ones, they have the trapdoor.
Threw them away a long time ago.
Okay. So you say.
Okay.
Next, please, Raven.
Number 6, found out the Giselle he's talked to on Facebook for the last 10 years is really a guy in Botswana.
Okay.
I know it. I got scammed all this time.
Got catfished. Oh, no.
He's got a nut farm out there.
Yeah, he still talks to him. It's just a different kind of
Does he
relationship
make juice?
now.
Obviously.
Wow. How to bring it around, Coco. Okay, next, please. Top 10 reasons we know the bromance between Tom Brady and Juan-Juan is over.
Number 5, he hasn't had a chocolate martini in months.
See, that's disturbing. Yeah, that's disturbing. Yes. Okay. All right, next.
You're right.
Okay. Fast forward again. Go ahead.
Number 4, playtime with his Gronk action figures is just not the same.
I like the chocolate martini one.
Okay. Yes. Well, you should see him after.
I haven't had one of those in a year and a half or something.
Okay, right. Yes, as it turns out. Next, please, Raven.
Number 3, he's eating tomatoes again.
He's eating tomatoes again. That's a little bit of an
That's
inside
right.
joke, but yeah, Tom Brady does not eat tomatoes. That's one of
I'm
them.
eating I'm eating inflammatory fruit so bad that sometimes I catch on fire.
Really? Yeah, okay. Listen up, girls. Maybe we have to add a fire extinguisher to the long list of preparatory things before we listen to you. Okay, so where are we, please? Towards the end there, Rafe?
Number 2.
Okay.
Was spotted at the yarn barn trying to return his Brady is my goat down comforter.
We gave that as a present to
and
him.
matching pillow.
And a matching pillow.
Okay.
It's really sad. You don't really know how sad it is.
The briefs too.
Here we go.
We do know how sad it is,
Yes.
though. We have top 10 reasons.
Right.
We know.
And here's the number one reason why we know the bromance is over between Tom Brady and Juan-Juan.
The endless tears.
That's it?
That's why he was late for the show.
Wow.
This is why he was late.
Yeah.
See,
It's sad.
My case, my hero is Eli Manning.
Yeah.
I have that
How dare
retired.
you.
I know in my heart.
Oh,
He was the only guy to beat Brady.
just
Twice.
relax.
And now-
Relax.
and
Relax. Okay.
And that winless, loseless season.
Oh, yeah. And where are they now there?
I don't care, but
Yes,
Eli
you
has
see, all of a
number.
sudden he doesn't care. About the team that he cares so much about, he doesn't care because they're just terrible.
I know
Who they
bad
are,
betting
but they're on their way
commercials.
back. We'll see.
Yeah, he's doing betting
Eli
commercials.
had his number, and every time he saw a picture of Brady, he laughed. And when Brady saw Eli,
I doubt that.
cried.
I doubt that. Anyway, well, listen, that's another show. But I do want to say this. Okay, for the past 3 or 4 years, we know that Tom Brady and Juan-Juan have been close. Okay, we've talked about him a lot. But now it looks like he's retiring. He's retiring from the field of battle, and you just won't see him as much anymore, I don't think.
I mean, I bought his book.
You bought his book.
So,
Bought his book.
did you?
Watched his documentaries. Yeah, his cookbook is the TB12 method. Yeah.
Did he
You
call
don't
him
have some
baby?
chef cooking it for him.
I heard
Yeah.
that he calls people he really cares about baby. Like Gronk, he calls him baby.
Interesting.
Did he call you baby?
No, he
Oh, see, that's just
never,
Oh.
he
adding
never
another.
returns my calls. That's a problem.
No, another family member. He calls him mother.
Yeah.
See, Ella, like Gronk, the guy's trying. He's got more money than anybody. He's still trying to get discount insurance, saying he was in the military. Come on.
Right?
What?
Hey, and the GOAT nowadays is Patrick Mahomes. In
All
my
right, relax, calm down,
man,
calm
yeah.
down.
Go a little easy on the Patrick Mahomes goat.
Yeah, no.
Right. Tom Brady is 6. I don't have to defend him, but he's 6 Super Bowls, and how many playoff games is the guy?
Seven, man.
Hey,
7.
Raven should know this.
6 with
His
the
wife
Pats,
is a
1 with
witch.
TB.
All right, okay, and literally dozens of playoff games. He's the greatest quarterback ever. But anyway, sorry, Ella. So listen, can we just talk about you for a second, Ella, real quick? Before we take
Sure.
So you've moved to California and you moved into a house and and tell us about Jack and you an item again. Can we get into that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're an item.
Okay.
Yes.
And Jack has a very unusual job. What is it?
He works on Formula Ford race cars and preps them for races, and then they win. So he's a really good specialized mechanic for specific vintage race cars.
Oh, that's cool. And they
Like the McLarens.
Like the McLarens are very, very high end. Very high end race cars, and also and some of these cars race at Daytona, for instance, right?
Well, Courtney just went to Daytona. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's his daughter, right?
Yeah, that's his daughter, and he started her out when she was like 2 on a motorcycle.
Really? Yeah. Wow. 2.
Yeah, she was racing by the time she was 4. Yeah.
Jesus. Holy cow.
She has so many trophies that they fill up the entire game room.
Wow.
And some of the trophies are taller than she is. She's like 5'2".
Wow.
Wow. I see a movie here. So she came in 5th at Daytona, right? Daytona's a very, very long race, right?
Yes, 3 hours.
3 hours, man. How can you do that? That's crazy. Well, and she came in 5th. It was rainy, but she really did a good job.
Yeah, and she drove for 2 of the 3 hours.
Wow. How do you do that?
They had excellent pit stops. The team was on it, and they didn't make any mistakes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So,
Sometimes
yeah, it was awesome.
I watch those races. I watch like Monte Carlo. I try to watch Monte Carlo every year because I don't know. There's something about it. It's just the money and the class and the cars are so crazy, you know. And just the. Do you ever watch that? Do you watch that, Al? You're a big
I've seen it. Yeah.
There's just something about the cars are down to they're designed down to the point where there's like this little mini windshield that they have, and they determined if they took a half an inch off of it, it would increase the efficiency of the engine by like 6% or something like that. They're
crazy,
modeled to go as fast as you can, and they're cool to watch. You know, I love watching that, and there's just something about it. So that's an exciting profession she has. She's only 20, right?
Yes,
20
and
years old.
she's really doing excellent for her age. It's amazing. You know.
Do you think she'd
so
ever...
and And I'm living in Jack's house, which Courtney told me was haunted.
Cool.
And that her sister saw Buddha walk through the wall upstairs.
Buddha.
Buddha
Yeah,
walking
and I've
through the wall.
noticed a few things moving around and stuff like that. So,
Did they
but
have-
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'd rather talk to them.
Right. Yes.
Was Buddha dressed on this when he graced the?
I have no idea, actually. I
Well, it's
didn't
like a
ask
diaper,
that
right?
question.
Oh, I hope
wear
he's
the
wearing
diaper.
something. He's not. He's he's not in the best of shape. If I remember Buddha, right?
Well, it
He's-
all depends on which Buddha you're talking about.
Is there a slim?
Well, he's just lounging around the house. He doesn't really have to wear them.
Are you saying there's a hunk Buddha out there somewhere? A hunk?
Yes, there is.
Hunk
You're
Buddha?
supposed to rub his belly, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you rub his belly?
guy's
You got
real
to,
chubby.
let's see. That's offensive.
Ella, does that grandfather clock in operation?
Actually, no, but we're getting it fixed.
Okay,
Wow.
good. Because it's bad feng shui to have a clock like that not in operation.
Now, hang on a second. Hold on. Now,
Maybe that's what maybe that's why Buddha was there.
He's trying to fix the clock as well.
Move the weights.
Now, listen, I want to stick up for my friend Raven here because Raven also has a clock that is not working. Is that bad
I don't see the
function?
tail wagging. What happened?
It broke.
Where you been?
Stopped
Where you
working.
been?
It stopped working a couple of weeks ago. I replaced the batteries, and it's just a giant pile of garbage. And it doesn't
Bummer.
work.
Wow.
I'm so irritated because I don't know if you guys know this, but Kit Kat clocks are super expensive, and I really wanted a yellow one because it's my favorite color.
Yes.
And I am ready to throw it in the trash.
No,
I'm
don't
so
do that.
Mail it to
No.
me. Mail it to me.
Mail it to
Send
Juan-Juan.
Mail
Send
it
it to me. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
He'll throw
You
some.
need to have a new mechanism.
He'll
put
throw
in
some
it.
holy water
Proper
on it.
quartz
Fix it.
mechanism. in
Mail
it.
it to Jocko. Jocko's on top of it. I
Mail
was
it to
thinking the same thing.
Anyway.
Can I tell you another
Yes.
little interesting piece of
Yes,
trivia?
Yes,
absolutely.
please.
Courtney's sister's name is Paris, and she's dating Don McLean, who sang that song.
Don,
American Pie?
American
Yeah,
Pie?
American Pie, drove the Chevy to the levee,
Yeah.
and the levee was
To the
dry.
levee was
Yeah.
dry, yeah.
That's the one.
Well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Hold on. Hang
And
on.
she was on that show Catfish, and you mentioned catfishing earlier. and she was
Really?
on that
Oh my
show.
god!
Hey, now
I gotta
listen.
watch the episode. I love catfish.
How old is she?
She's 27, I think.
How old
Wait
is
a
he?
second.
He's
Good
like
for
he's like
her.
87.
Good for her.
Good for her. Good for him.
How old is she and him?
She's 20 and he's 87.
I think he's like in his 70s.
Yeah, just
And-
reverse the numbers on her age.
Wow.
Tom McLean's age. 27 and 72.
Raven's going nuts.
Older than-
Raven, do you approve of
Is
that?
it 72? Yeah.
72 and
I
20?
absolutely approve.
Do
I
you?
think that's
Me
amazing.
too.
Good for her.
And they're really happy. They're really in love.
I'm sure he's happy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Very would.
Wow.
I'm going to be nice.
Okay.
That is a new trend, though, Mac.
What's that?
Young chicks with older guys, yeah.
Really?
Rich,
Yeah.
rich older guys.
Yeah.
Rich older guys.
Anybody,
huge trend.
should know. One knows.
Well,
I see it around me every
old,
day.
Old rich guys and young gals. Wow.
huh?
A new trend.
Did that just start?
That's nothing new.
Never happened before.
Probably started with the caveman,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a
The
trend.
guy who had the
not
extra
gonna be a
fur.
problem
So look, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a commercial break now and regroup? And we'll be right back. You're listening to Mack Maloney's No Track Style Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. The whole gang is here. We'll be right back.
Where is the Sea of Moons? Is it on the moon? Or in a haunted part of the Pacific Ocean? Or is it just in our heads? What if you dreamed of meeting a beautiful Irish girl, but she turned out to be a cop? What if you dreamed that you were on TV 24/7, but only the government knew the channel? And what if you dreamed you were shipwrecked on a deserted island and rescued by 5 lovely castaways, only to have some real pirates ruin the party? Then you should wake up and read The Sea of Moons, the latest installment in Mack Maloney's best-selling series, codename Starman. Follow the adventures of U.S. Navy Special Agent Chris Starr as he travels the globe using his special ESP powers to solve top-secret mysteries. First in Ireland, then in Tahiti, and finally to Hollywood, where Chris and his girlfriend Angel discover the only spooks inside an old haunted house belong to the CIA. That's Codename Starman, The Sea of Moons by Mack Maloney. On sale on Amazon and in bookstores everywhere.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. This is Mack Maloney. What a gang we have for you tonight, and what a show we have for you. But let me quickly introduce the gang. Girls, he's here. Get all your accoutrements, because the very famous Juan-Juan is with us.
Hello, Mac. Hello, girls. Glad to be here.
Okay.
Glad to be anywhere, as a matter of fact.
All right. Okay, you've changed your look a little bit. What'd you do? You changed your glasses from the first sight?
Yeah, I thought that's, it's so bright in here.
Well, you're away from the Trotsky
so
look and more with the, I don't know, 1950s motorcycle rider look. Is that what you're going for, the 50s kind of Hells Angels look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he just got some recent news about Don McLean, so
that's true. He's a little excited.
The right direction.
He's also got my hat on. That's my hat. That voice you heard is up there in his compound / bunker, whatever you want to call it.
Well, it is tax season, Mac. It's a compound.
Command the Cobra. It's up there in Maine, in the great state of Maine.
Hey, good evening to everyone. Thanks for having me, Mac.
Mm-hmm. A lot of snow on the ground.
Good evening, Commander.
A lot of snow on the ground up there.
Yes. We got a little more this morning, and we're getting ready for a good smacker this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, glad you're up in Maine. You should be used to.
Yeah, we're going to get it too, though.
Yeah. It'll melt
Plum
away.
Island's good. There's going to be
flooding.
sat trucks down in Plum Island, like you read about.
You wouldn't believe it. A couple of weeks ago, half the beach was, on the main road. It was crazy. But
They had to plow the street to get the sand off the road.
They had to plow the street of sand. That's all I thought there was. Anyway, look.
Yeah.
It's global warming.
Pretty bad.
That's another show.
It's the price you have to pay to live in paradise.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But the piping plovers are in good shape, right?
Yeah.
Piping plovers are in excellent shape.
They're delicious on the grill. Does there anything?
Tastes like chicken.
That special eagle from Russia that's been visiting up here in Maine, he's looking for piping plovers.
Listen,
he likes them.
Speaking about food, he's the connoisseur of the show. National correspondent up there in Battle Creek, Michigan, Switchblade Steve Ward. Switchy.
Great to be here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you want to, you had Frosted Flakes for breakfast. You had breakfast number 2, which is basically your Denny's breakfast. Now, look, so we got the food out of the way. But are you going for the Hemingway look? What is going on? You have to tell us, because this is like 3 weeks in a row. You look like you're...
Well, I'm just putting off getting a haircut. And I might as well shave when I get a haircut.
Okay, all right, 2 bits.
I'm not really going for
That's a good look.
particular look, except maybe the derelict look or the
it's working. It's working.
I got to agree with Juan-Juan. I think it looks great.
Wow.
It's a stunning look.
See, come on. Oh, put the hat back on.
Put the hat back on.
Yes.
But the beard looks really good.
Yes, right.
The beard looks great.
Oh, no.
Only because Club's not here. I thought when you took the hat up, I saw the top of your head.
Hey, listen, all right. We have to call Club. You're supposed to be here anyway. So, Switchblade is with us, and also down there, our southern correspondent, south of the Mason-Dixon line, somewhere down south, is Jocko Johnson, JoJo.
Mac, 54 and cloudy right now. Sorry, guys.
54 and
Killing
cloudy.
me, Jocko.
Is that in your room or outside? What are you talking about?
That's outside. It's a little cooler in here. I put the ceiling fan on. Because,
okay. Is there any weapons you want to show us tonight? Usually you kind of lead up with
I have a
Jocko's show and tell
for Jocko.
Okay.
And today's is a polymer-handled field green.
Yes. Okay.
Australian military knife, fighting knife, made by Glock Incorporated.
Cool.
They are the official supplier.
Yes.
For all the Austrian army and Austrian police.
No, are we getting money for this or something? It sounds to me like a product placement.
Very formal. Yeah. I get a little bit of kick every.
Do you really? Okay.
I test some of these things.
Huh. You got to test them. Okay.
Well, like the shopping network.
You do have to test them.
No, I'm not.
No, that the whole thing sounds like the shopping network.
It's really
they order right now.
Yeah,
the next 15 orders.
Let me turn around and pull it out of my back.
Yeah,
Did you say that was a Glock knife?
A2,
That's a Glock knife?
That's correct.
By the same people who make the Glock pistol?
Yep,
here, let me show you what the pistol looks like.
Yeah, no, it has to. Oh, wow, here we go.
Oh, do I have to get all 6 of my Glocks?
No,
Come on.
Do I have to get my squirt guns? Come on, what's going on here? Here he is. Hang on. If he shoots himself, hope we don't do it during the commercial.
Oh, but do I have to go get my 6 Glocks?
Holy cow. Okay.
This baby.
It's fading out.
He's fading in and
You
out.
have to talk.
Yeah. Oh, you have to talk. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah. This is the one I had in Iraq. I love this pistol. I got a lot of...
19, Model 19?
Model 19. That is correct, Jocko. Can't anything past
made
you.
by my friends in
Austria.
You know what sold me on that
No.
gun? I'll tell you the truth. The guy from Glock came down. They were trying to teach us on these, showing us how these revolvers were reliable, but that the Glock was a better pistol.
Yes.
They took 5 of them, put them on a table, mixed all the parts up, made one gun out of all the mixed parts, took it to the range, and went bang, bang, bang.
That's
and it
cool.
worked perfectly.
Well, I can kind of see that, I guess. I know.
I've never had a jam on a Glock. Stovepipe, nothing.
Huh. Well, anyway, let's move on from the shooting segment of Mack Maloney.
Call now.
We're
Call now for
weaponizing
your
the show,
orders.
that's for sure.
Okay.
Call, hey, it's the Military X-Files.
Yeah.
Call now for your order.
Let me go.
7 to $6.99.
I'm
Free
gonna,
shipping.
I'm going to save the best for last
That's
this
right.
time, okay? Because we're going to need a punchline at the end of this. Also joining us is famous author Marc Zappulla. Marc, how you doing? MZ.
Oh, fantastic, Mac. Thanks again for having me.
Marc
And
is
great to
from
see everyone.
Boston.
I'm going to get into it, so,
As if you couldn't tell by his accent, he's from Boston. So,
bear with me.
All right, it's okay. And Marc and I are working on a secret writing project, the details of which we can't go public with now, but we will in the very near
Hence
future.
the part that it's secret.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Coco, for being here. So anyway.
Well, Marc and Mac,
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to throw in there a few seconds ago when you were talking about Monte Carlo.
Yes.
How great that was featured in Pirate Hunters.
That's true. That's true, and that's a good way to deduct your expenses. Anyway, look, not that I went to Monte Carlo, not that I didn't ask them, but they don't like that kind of stuff. They spend a lot of money on authors. Anyway, Marc is with us, and he knows all about it. He's in the membership, the Brotherhood of the Miserable, right?
I certainly am.
I'm
feeling it.
And I warned them years ago. I said, you're just going to be miserable like me all the time. And nope, he went ahead and did it anyway. So here he is.
I appreciated that, too. You didn't say, come in, the water's nice,
Well, that's
You
for
said,
sure.
"Don't come in."
Yet he has great
Well, I went in
writing.
anyway.
He has groupies, though.
Well, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, anyway, look. Also with us is, did I forget to introduce you in the last segment?
Probably.
Okay, probably.
It doesn't matter.
I'm sure it does.
I'm in the background. Just
UFO mechanic Al Ronaldo was with us. Why don't we clap for him? Why don't we just so he's not going to pout for the rest of the house?
UFO mechanic.
He looks like the uncle from Mary Poppins.
Oh, wow.
I
I thought you were going to say The Sopranos. Yeah, Mary
Wow.
Poppins.
Well, from
Okay.
Mary
Totally.
Poppins.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Well,
So
Dick
that's
Van
a
Dyke
compliment
and
from
Funny
California.
Yeah, you look
Yeah, it should be.
famous.
he looks
And he's
famous.
so sweet, and they just giggle the whole time in the scene.
See? There
So-
you go.
Yeah, I
All
giggle
right.
a lot. Yeah,
Well, let me tell you what. When we're hanging along with Al, there's a lot of giggling.
yeah. We're known for it. Yeah.
That's thanks to Plum Island Farms.
There you go.
One of Al's enterprises. Anyway, so look, why don't we do this? Let me continue introducing people. So famous Hollywood writer Marc Zappulla is here, and also the Black Eyed Kid is here. Black
Ooh.
Kid, how you doing?
Hi.
Okay, how are things in the? Are you in the third? What grade are you in? Are you in the third grade, fourth grade? Tell us.
I'm getting my doctorate.
You're doctor. Okay. All right, here we go. Your doctorate in what? What are you getting your doctorate in?
I don't know. I don't have to tell you because it's part of my plan.
Have his plan to become a doctor, not to tell us what you're going to be a doctorate in? Okay, how's that in a nutshell? Okay, all right. Black Eyed Kid, I've always said it's always good to save your material for the future, okay? Don't have the best stuff in the, always save it. It's an old
Evil
showbiz.
plan.
Yeah.
The evil plan.
Anyway, Black Eyed Kid is.
It's gonna be a great thesis, though.
Look at.
I can't wait to be there for the defense of that thesis.
right.
That's gonna be a good time.
He
Boy,
didn't-
those are good times. The Black Eyed Kid
Yep.
with the magic bag he's gonna bring in,
all the people around them.
and all the other little special things he's gonna have in it, and
He's
then
in
the
a
whole
high chair.
mesmerizing of the committee.
Yes.
Damn,
That'd be
that's
fun.
gonna be a good time. Mark, you need to take notes. I think there could be a book in that.
Well, I am.
Okay, here we go.
There's a lot going on back
Okay, look, talk about a lot going on.
now. I don't have to put my picture up.
There you go. Listen, talk about having a lot going on. We got two beauties among the beasts
David,
tonight.
knock it off.
Ready? Okay. First of all, out there in
What's
California,
that giggle?
our favorite psychic, west of the Mississippi, Ella the psychic is with us. Ella the psychic is with us.
Hi, Mac. It's so great to be here tonight.
Yes.
Hi, Ella.
Thank you so much. Oh, Juan-Juan, I love you. You look so sexy.
Oh, my.
Wow,
Hey,
you
I'm a
made my
human
day.
being here, you know?
Maybe you made my life. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you so much.
Ever feel like chopped liver?
Wow.
Yeah, really. The old George Gold thing. Ever feel like you're in a world of
Next thing you know,
tuxedos?
should be telling me the lottery numbers off air.
And you're a pair of brown shoes. Okay, look, hang on. All right. Ella, so
Ella.
we're going to go back to you to take the vibe of the show in a second, but
Okay.
she always endures these long introductions, waiting for us to get to her, but it's only because the best comes towards the end. Our good friend Raven up in Sideways, New York, our good friend, good witch, Raven, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very good. I don't have any guns or knives, but I am growing herbal tea right now.
Yes,
and I have 2 little sprouts. And they're
Really,
super
yeah?
cute.
See, if you drink a lot of that, you get a headache. So it's like a knife again. Okay, so you grow your own herbal tea. Is that we can take from that?
I'm trying to. It's not going great.
Okay.
This is my second attempt, and I've got 2 out of 4 sprouts. So
Okay, all right. That's not bad, I guess. Okay.
It's the middle of winter. Does that have an effect on it?
well, it's under one of those special lamps.
Oh, one of the special
Those
lamps.
purple lamps. But this
Yes.
is my second time at it, and last time nothing grew. I waited 8 months and nothing was sprouting, so I finally
It's a
gave
long
up.
time. Yeah, something wouldn't
Very
sprout
hard to
before.
do.
Way to stick with it, though, kiddo.
Yeah, well, listen, maybe
I was watering them and everything.
Why don't
just
you,
hoping something would happen.
Why don't you
Very
grow a
hard, Ray.
different?
They need a lot of moisture and sunshine. They need a lot of wet. Like they grow in bogs. Right?
Better seeds.
Yeah, they're in a little box.
But time out. Why don't you just grow another crop? Something that's much easier to grow. And,
like Mrs. Cobra showed you when you were here.
Right, exactly. Why don't you go?
Wolf's Moon Farm.
We are growing that.
Oh,
we have that
okay.
as well.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm going to try.
How's that going?
Like basil, and
Okay.
sage. So yeah,
Oh,
we have a
what's
whole
the
little
other
thing
crop?
going on.
Oh, yeah.
What's the
Okay,
other
look.
crop?
All right, here we go. Now I have a.
You can't divulge that on the air, though, can we?
I have a question. This is out of the blue. I have a question that I'm going to throw it to Coco. Someone said to me the other night. Now I know we're all brainiacs here, but I can't figure this out. I just get a feeling, Coco, because he's like the substitute science teacher. You know what I mean? He'd probably know this. All right, so get ready. Okay, here we go. Now, the moon is never it's always the same. Let's put it this way. The face of the moon doesn't always face Earth. It just seems like it does because the moon revolves in the same kind of speed as the Earth does. So that one face is always pointing towards us. Okay. All right. It's revolving. There is no dark side of the moon. It's revolving. We just never see it. Okay, fine.
There's a far side of the moon, and that side of the moon does get sunlight.
Right. We just
That's
don't.
the side we never see.
We never see it
because of the way the rotation mechanics.
Right. The moon and the Earth are in such sync that we only see that face all the time. Okay. So
correct. And then when like the new moon, that's when the other side's getting all that stuff. That's correct.
Then if the moon isn't, if the only thing we're seeing between a quarter moon and a full moon is just the position of the Earth, right?
Well, not exactly, but it's that orbital path around it. It's how it's catching the sun rays. But go ahead.
All right. Then why high tides associated with full moons? Because all it is just a little more light shining off.
The moon
of
does. It's not a perfectly circular orbit around the Earth.
Okay.
It does move in and out.
Okay.
It has a closer approximation, and then it has a further approximation.
Okay. Yep.
And it also has a azimuth change as well, so it doesn't go right around the equator. It goes.
Okay.
So it's moving in a couple different directions. That's why you have the tidal poles.
Okay.
So it's like an elliptical.
Right.
In fact, there are other bodies in our solar system that are affecting the pattern of our moon, and they impact the moons like around Saturn and Jupiter.
Okay.
I can't remember. I just read an interesting scientific paper about it, because that's what I do up here.
The moon. Called the moon.
Where other gravitational forces will affect the orbits of moon satellites around planets, as well as the whole planet satellite as well.
So the fact that then once again, let's just go back to the question. All right, all you're seeing was a full moon. I mean, so does the fact that it's a full moon, what would that have to do on the tidal pole? It doesn't have anything to do with it. It's two different things.
One of the things that happens with the full moon, I don't know if that's where it's at its closest apogee, or if it's at different times when it's further away.
Yes.
I think that people have always associated the full moon as having more of an effect. I mean, it has been demonstrated that it definitely has effect on people, and we know that it has a gravitational effect on water, and since we have so much water, that one of the prevailing theories has been that's why the moon
Jocko is giving
causes crazier things to happen to people during a full moon, and that's where a lot of
Jocko's giving the hand
also there's
signal.
a lot more activity on full moon because you can see more.
So listen, I've introduced everybody. We've already gone through the science portion of the show. All right. Why don't we do
we have
this?
a werewolf on staff that we can bring in and
why werewolf? Why
feel this debate?
Because they turn into a werewolf the full moon.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we sit in the room. Okay, we see. We just sit and we see what happens as the moon gains, and okay.
Well, we have to find out who's the hairiest one in the group.
What are we going to on people? A friend of mine that worked at a mental hospital. There were rooms where the patients did not have access to a window, and they knew when the full moon was.
Huh. Okay. And why? By banging their heads against the wall or something like that?
No, they would talk about it. They would talk about that they were having a tougher time because they knew that the full moon was coming. Now, obviously, if you can remember when that occurs, 27 and a half days, you can be, you can keep up pretty accurate on it.
Okay.
But I think that's pretty interesting when you consider someone who's probably on meds, has all kinds of things happening to them.
Yes.
Not getting normal day-night cycles, that they can keep track of that. Because I can tell you that when we were in isolation.
Yes.
Preparing for missions.
Go ahead.
You get screwed up pretty quick after.
Now listen, hold on. What were you?
25 hours.
You were a worker.
Really?
Did you say you were a worker in that mental hospital?
No. A friend of mine.
A friend.
It was amazed when he talked about the patients that he would interact with, and they knew, and they had no outside frame of reference.
I have no doubt about that. No doubt at all.
I did tell you that what I did say was that in preparation for some of the missions back in the younger days,
go ahead.
They had a thing called isolation, where they would take us fully away from all other activity. You were in kind of a hangar bunker kind of thing, and you were preparing for your missions.
That would drive me nuts. Go ahead.
Yeah, it could be a little irritating. But in those days, we didn't have computers, so you had to study lots and lots of folders. And they were also modifying our sleep pattern a little bit and getting us ready, because most of the stuff we did was at night.
And they would do that in a mental institution just to get you in the mood?
No, it wasn't. It was usually done right on the airport
Nothing
facility.
to do with the mental institution.
Hold on, hang on. So listen.
Hold on, Cobra. I'll save you. Mac, I worked
And he probably didn't have a watch either, right?
I worked at a very large mental institution.
They would try to take all the timepieces away.
This is
you did all that stuff when you were getting close to it, just so that you were physiologically being prepared for a fairly lengthy period of operation.
Hey, Phil and Marc, I told you this was going to happen, right? So listen. Hey, Jocko, go ahead.
Mac,
you lift this.
Mac, I worked at a very large open-air mental institution.
You did, okay. It's called New York City. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I challenge anybody who does not believe what he said about the full moon.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Go out. I'm saying anybody, listeners or anybody, go out, get yourself a free copy of the FBI's Uniform Crime Report and check the dates and the phases of the moon, and you will see it is absolutely 100% true.
There are more crimes on a full people. There are more crazy calls on the full moon.
Crazies, yeah.
But is that just because
emotionally disturbed?
Is that just because people who you guys call crazy might be just they say there's a full moon, I must be getting crazy. It's like the fulfilling prophecy.
It affects people.
Wow. Okay, I have to remember that.
Plus, there's just culturally, there's a lot more activity on the night of a full moon than there is on the nights that are dark.
You know what?
Sure. You have more people moving. You have everything going on.
Maybe that's why Juan never picks up a tab during a full moon. Okay, he's just gone a little nutso. All right. Juan, remember that when we used to try to pick up tabs and not pick up tabs?
I pick up the tab.
He does
most of the time.
I was just, words matter.
Every full moon. You're out. 1-1 is good for it.
Okay. I'm good for it. And
all right.
Something happened.
He's also really good around Halley's Comet. He's out of control on Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet, he is buying the house. He is amazing.
Get him a chart so they know when to go out.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Raven, get him a chart so they know when to go out with him.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, the little black-eyed kid. Okay. What do you think of all this?
I think it's out of this world.
Black Eye Kid, do you do a lot of your stuff on full moon nights, or do you like it when it's completely dark?
I like to switch it up. Sometimes I like to
He's like switching it up. Listen to you. What a little ranger you are, huh? The apple of Mama's eye. Look. Oh, I wish this was a program where people could see Black Eyed Kid. The big smile on his face. It was almost as big as when Ella had her cats up. But we haven't told Ella about your special thing with cats, so we'll save that for later.
He eats cats.
He eats cats, Ella. So you don't want him to be the house sitter with your cats.
Okay, there you go. See, look at him.
He's not.
No,
not so good.
He
Not
eats
so
them.
good.
Yeah,
he eats them.
Does eat them.
I kid's been known for that.
He figures he'd eat them. He'd eat them before they eat him.
And he sounds kind of like a cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Likes to switch it up too on that. We hear it too. We've heard some stuff.
Oh, look, as if it isn't already too creepy, we got to get into a little creepy subject that we had last week. Okay, first of all, I have to tell this. This is an open letter to Coco and JJ. Last week we did a show, no Coco, no JJ. Okay, usually, sometimes one or the other, but to do a show without those two guys just wasn't the same, and I knew it wasn't when halfway through the show, I think Raven said, "I feel like I've lost two appendages." Didn't you say something like that?
That sounds like something I would say.
Okay, so it came right
That's
from the
very
heart.
sweet, Raven. Thank you.
And there were some tears
I really miss
involved.
you guys. You're my friends.
There you go. There were some tears involved.
I'm touched.
But
I did cry a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to excuse myself.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a little dramatic.
Switchy too, but he took care of him right away like a man. Okay. All right. So anyway, the whole gang is here tonight. Now, last week we talked about this very, very strange painting. Did I introduce you, Al?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. He's looking at me. He's one of these things, So anyway.
Al, one word for you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Agent. You need to get
You need an agent? Does
Okay,
he
that's
really?
all I got to say.
Or an institution. Yeah.
No, an agent or a haircut. Take your pick.
Haircut's tomorrow morning.
I'll tell you, no, he's growing his hair a little bit longer. He's looking really kind of distinguished or something. What's going on?
She made the appointment for tomorrow morning. I got no
okay.
choice.
All right, that's the end of that dream. All right. Yeah. So anyway, last week we did a segment on this painting called, I'll be interested if anyone else here knows about it. It's called The Hands Resist Him. Was that it, Raven? Okay.
Yes.
Google it now. We asked people last week, Google it first, and then we'll talk about it. But it's called The Hands Resist Him. And it's this very strange painting that this guy did in the 70s. It's a kid standing there, and next to him is this, looks like it's a little girl, but it's a doll, and he's up against the window, and there's the handprints of little kids up against the window. It's creepy.
Oh yeah, it's a freak picture.
Oh, yeah,
Okay. It's super disturbing.
And then it went, it goes on to different owners, and different owners, it creeps them out. They hear the people, they see the people move in the painting and anything. I wouldn't have this thing in my house in a million kabillion years. Turns out
What's the title of it again?
It's called The Hands Resist Him.
The Hands Resist Him.
Yes.
Resisting. The hands resisting.
The hands resisting. Okay.
I think it's The Hands Resist Him. Anyway, you'll get it. You'll see.
Yeah, you can type that in and you'll find it.
All right. So anyway, people there it is right there. Not it's just creepy. Look at this thing. All right. I know it's a radio show, but if you Google it, you know what I mean.
That's weird. Yeah.
And the kid, that's actually a self-portrait of the kid as when the artist as a young man, right? Is that it, Raven? He put himself in the picture, right?
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be 5 from the photograph that he was referencing, and that looks about like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. So
who has no kids and has no
and
idea.
The doll's nice.
So the doll is a doll,
really
and she's holding like
That's
an
a
AC.
doll?
Yeah, and she's holding an AC battery or something, like some kind of battery.
A dry cell?
A dry cell.
Is that
A battery?
Yeah.
I had to Google it, honestly. I didn't know what it was.
Everything to go off on her face.
Okay, so anyway, so this gave everyone the creeps, and what we kept referring back to is something that I know that Coco, was expert about. It's Jack the Doll down in Key West. Do I have his name right?
It would be Robert.
Robert. He's going to get me
Mac,
now.
Don't
Damn.
disrespect him.
I know. Coco, can you please?
We'll have to get him to write a letter. I guess is what's going to take there. So talking about imagery, there's the image.
That's pretty weird.
The doll.
There's the doll. Unfortunately, the way it's set up in there, you can't see the top. But I'll throw a picture up of a friend of mine who I got to meet. So backstory on this, Mac. Key West, a great town. I really love that town. It's got a lot of great memories for Liberty calls where ships would pull in, and it's a really fun place, obviously. But I also spent a little bit of time, marching around and working, in and around that area. So coming out of the airport, there's a Fort East Martello, and it's now a museum. And it's one of the various gun batteries that was around. And if anybody's in the Key West area or is going that way, it's just outside the airport. It's on South Roosevelt Boulevard. And I walked by it a number of times. It wasn't open. A couple of times had a delay. And I saw all these signs for Robert the Doll on the windows and the setup. And I went into the museum, and it's really cool. It's a nice little cultural icon of all the different things from there. It kind of centers on some of the weirder, spookier, fun things about Key West.
The weird. That's all there is. That's all there is down there, dude. Right. Hey, Coco. Right.
Yeah.
Everyone down there was weird, man. That's the weirdest freaking place in the world, man. A museum to the weird.
The natives there are pretty cool people. I mean, I really liked. I dug that. They didn't really like me too much when I was in the Coast Guard because we were always busting them for smuggling or some, long-term history.
Wow.
Quick funny story. One of my crew members from one of the aviation attachments decided he was going to go into town, Key West, to get a haircut. And everything was going fine until he told him he was in the Coast Guard, and he didn't realize it until he got back to the boat, but they had cut a swastika.
Swastika in the back of
his haircut.
Hey, listen. Oh, no. It's that curse of the Coast Guard. All right. Hey, listen, now that we're talking about that, and so I don't forget it, we're going to have a spokesman from the U.S. Navy on the show. And within the next 2 or 3 weeks, and he's going to finally prove to you and everybody that Popeye was in the Navy, had nothing to do.
All that evidence that I sent you, Mac?
Come on. Anyone can type that up. That's filled with misspellings.
I type it up. The original movie that I showed you.
Anything can be fake these days.
All the other things that shows him in the Coast Guard. You're going to try.
Have you heard of Photoshop?
Bring up any one of the Rust pickers that wants to bring it up with me. And I had plenty time on exchange duty with the Navy, the seagoing services.
Wow!
Bring it on.
Wow!
Now back to Robert the Doll.
Someone needs a hug.
Robert
all
Duvall?
those letters on the wall there. Do you see the letters on the wall?
Yes.
Those are people that write, and the letters come in every day to this museum asking Robert for forgiveness for dissing him and not being somewhat respectful. Now, I have to admit, when I came into this particular section of the museum where he's at, I immediately had a physical reaction to being in that area. Again, I knew nothing about this Robert the Doll at this point, but there's a couple warnings up there that says, there's something behind this. Don't misbehave while you're there.
What was the physical reaction?
And I started to read these letters, and then they had a video screen, where they were showing thousands of these letters would go by, each couple minutes, going through these people who had done it. And the stories
writing letters to the doll.
People are a little bit happy. They're a little bit shit-faced. They go in there and they start banging on the case. They're making fun of it. You're supposed to ask Robert permission to take a picture. So I did that. I said, Robert, I'd like to take your picture. You're a sailor. I work with sailors. I'm married to a sailor. That all worked out. Took a picture. Bought the books.
Okay.
Then I met David Sloan through the books. He wrote one of the best. He does ghost tours and haunting expeditions in Key West. He's a long-time resident down there. Really, really good friend.
Yes.
I got to know him because of Robert the Doll. And he and I keep in touch. He also does a lot of curating with Robert the Doll. I got a shot that I can put up of him while we're talking.
What an entree-vu to meet someone through Robert the Doll, man. What a lasting relationship.
There's David right there, if you can see the picture. There's David Sloan on the left with the book, and it's with Robert.
Wow.
Robert the Doll is a Stife doll. It's a very interesting story.
Yes.
How that doll came. He came as a gift to a young boy who didn't have many friends at the time. They think the doll comes from Germany. And there's the magic card that I sent Mac from the Sojourn down there.
It's been on my desk, and I can't throw it away. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you can't. And it's very funny how people have reacted. Like you just talked about how you reacted.
Yes.
Mrs. Cobra was really bent out of shape when I told her I had pictures of this Robert the Doll. And she had looked it up, and she was not really happy about it. She kind of calmed down after she looked at the pictures. But people have taken pictures, not asked permission. Their phones have gone.
There's a lot,
locked up on them. There's a lot of
stories
a lot of behaviors, and the stories about him in the house, the doll in the house, how the boy who grows up to a man gets married, comes back. He was married to a musician. He was an artist. He gets really wrapped. He made a whole room of furniture for the doll. People that had things that had happened to them in the house is just freaky amazing. People have sworn they've seen the doll moving around the house when he lived in the house.
Dolls moving around.
There was people that were working in the house. There was a plumber or a carpenter. I forgot which one it was.
Yes.
Now. He could hear something and they heard giggling. He turned around and the doll was in the room with him. Dropped all his tools, everything, left. Swore he would never go back in the house. Never entered the house. Somebody had to go up there and get his tools for him.
Yeah, you can really,
Crazy
really
stuff.
do a horror movie using a doll the right way. Do you know what I mean? Like the doll is like suddenly there. You know, it's dolls are creepy. You know, dolls can be very creepy. But listen, talk about creepy. Just to butt into your story. So you're saying that you have to arrange the doll in a certain way. You have to, you know, they respect the doll and it has to do this and that. Did you hear about this Prince Andrew guy? Okay, Prince Andrew. Hey, listen, I don't care. You know, he's in trouble now. You don't want to kick him when he's down. But this has really nothing to do with it, okay? To do with the fact that, you know, he was chapsing with, how do we say this, underage girls, okay? So anyway, he has 73 teddy bears. This is the guy, Prince Andrew.
What?
Okay.
Prince Andrew?
No, get this. Hold on, hang on. This is just the beginning.
Oh, yes. Wait, Raven. Just wait.
All right. Sorry,
what?
all our listeners in the UK, sorry. Okay. But this is just the tough love here. Okay. Number one. He has 73 teddy bears, and most of them are dressed like little sailors. Okay, number one. Okay, number two. Now get this. Now, see, the fact that he's in trouble now, they're all turning against him. So they allowed this maid to give a story to, like, The Sun or something, you know, in London, which is like, you know, they're the worst tabloids. So this is what she said. So they hired her to work at Buckingham Palace, okay, which is a big deal. Okay, that's where, you know, you go. You want to work, okay? They gave her the job of taking care of his quarters, all right? And in his quarters, there's a bedroom just for him, even though he was married to that crazy redhead there for a while, Fergie. And in the bedroom, he had these 73 dolls. Now, listen, they trained her. They told her, you have to put the dolls in a certain position in the morning and then in the afternoon and then for bedtime, which meant rearranging the 73 dolls 3 times a day, or at least twice a day, okay? And she laughed. She said, this is crazy. Who does this? They put her in training for a week to make sure she got the dolls right. Okay, the dolls all had to be looking at him when he went to sleep.
Yeah, I read
what's
that.
with this freaking guy? This guy flew a helicopter in the Falkland Islands. I'm sure he's, you know, not near the action, but yeah, he's that's insane. All right,
Mac,
I read the article. Yeah,
a small bit here.
Okay, yeah, sure, go ahead.
My investigation into this turned up some other details.
This is really off the cuff.
He has a very, very large, like 72-inch doll that sits outside of his room in the waiting area to see him. That was given to him by Sarah before as a wedding present or something, and she just realized that he liked him. But he sits this guy, and he's got names for them, like uncle, mother, and all these
names the dolls. Names the dolls. Okay.
The maid gets a diagram how they have to be set up a certain way.
Right. Yes. Right.
And also, Sarah still lives in the same apartment
in the house.
Since they've been divorced. They're very good friends.
Yeah.
But, you know, they just don't sleep in the same room.
Hey, listen.
Because maybe, I don't know, he's got a bed full of teddy bears.
Well, he's doing this. He's with the teddy bears, and he's also with the sex creep. What's his name? Jeffrey Epstein, right? Who had the Paradise Island.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
he said everywhere he goes in the Navy, he would pick up one of these dolls.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what I'd say too. Hey, listen.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, listen. James Bond, as it turns out, Sean Connery is here with us tonight, and he's going to comment on this whole thing with Prince Andrew with the teddy bears and the underage girls. Go ahead, please. Sean.
That's right. I've been known to have my own special type of dolls as well.
Wow. Okay.
Mac?
Yes, please. Hello, the psychic, please.
I think there's a ghost right here, right now, in the dining room because the light keeps getting brighter and then dimmer and brighter and then dimmer.
I was noticing that. Okay, yeah, right.
Well, wait a minute. You're in California, honey, and we know the electricity's not too good in that state.
There you go. Okay. Too many electric cars.
Nobody's here.
Okay.
And the light keeps getting brighter and dimmer. You can
Have
see
you
it
talked
on
to
my
the governor yet, though? Because the governor, you know, he likes to throw switches on and off in the Golden State.
I think it's simpler.
It is noticeable.
I
You can
noticed
absolutely see it.
I thought it was a Zoom thing.
It's a ghost. It's simpler than the government. Yes.
I figure you were just having a brownout over
There
it.
you go.
It's Robert.
Call Jack. Get Jack
It's
over.
a what?
Anyway.
It's Robert.
Robert,
Robert
yeah, that's
Duvall?
right. Is that his
No,
name,
he's
Robin?
too far away.
Okay, all right. I'll have to write him a letter now because I called him the wrong name. So listen, Sean Connery. Okay, are you? What about the Queen? What do you feel about the Queen these days? Okay, she gonna make it to 110?
She's gonna retire like I did.
Oh, is she really? Yeah. You mean when you died? Yes. Is that what they call retirement now over in England?
Yes, I'm speaking to you from the beyond.
The beyond. Okay. All right. Nice of them to equip your beyond with your kitchen. It looks exactly like the kitchen you had on Earth. It's amazing.
I keep my dolls in the other room.
Okay. Okay.
So you're Sean Connery?
Yes. Do you want to
Wait,
ask?
what happened to your accent?
Well, he's dead.
been dead for a little bit.
Yes, he is dead.
Zoom.
Wow, I
crossed
thought.
over, so that changes the translation.
I got to tell this for our listeners. Ella is kind of fading in and out light-wise here, though.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Yeah.
I changed the lighting.
All right. Okay.
So-
If there's a ghost, try to get him to talk and make sure we're not in commercial. Okay. Thank you.
Maybe we should ask Bob to call her ghost
See,
and get the 411 on what's going on.
That's
Leave
another
Bob
thing.
out of this.
You know,
Hey,
I was.
Ella, most people leave California recently. Why'd you go to California?
Jack, my boyfriend, is helping me accomplish some things that I couldn't have done in Las Vegas. So.
Wow, how about that?
And I was born and raised in California, so I'm
Great
used to
state.
it.
I mean, beautiful place.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what's happening.
Okay.
I was born in Orange County behind the Orange Curtain under a rock.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
Huh? Well, it's a good chapter, the first chapter of your book. Hey, listen, can we just say, Ella, that you and Jack have had kind of a rocky relationship? Is that?
No, not really. No, it's good.
Yes.
We get along great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was on the show. Remember? He was on the show with us
he was
once.
on the show.
Yeah, he was great.
He's not here right now. He had to go pick up some car parts.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
sure when he knows that Mack Maloney, you're on Mack Maloney's show, he's in the car
Oh,
for car parts.
that's Coco. How dare you?
He's what? In the what?
I'm sure he's in the car for car parts when he finds out that you're coming on the show with us.
He doesn't want to be on again. Okay. All right. Thanks, Coco. All right. I think it'd be great to have Jack back on again. I think it'd be great to have his daughter on, his 20-year-old
Right,
daughter.
we should. We could
Yeah.
totally have Courtney on. That would be awesome.
There you
She'd
go.
love it.
Oh, my God.
Because she's the one who told me that the house was haunted.
Yeah, perfect.
So-
Even the black-eyed kid seems to approve of that. Okay. Right, black-eyed kid?
Maybe we can get John McClane on too.
Okay. I didn't hear that. But
Ella, you would know if there was a ghost in your house, wouldn't you?
Well, I've seen stuff move around by itself. Like there's a palm tree at the top with like some coconuts, and one of the coconuts just moved by itself.
Did it?
And then the lights are acting peculiar, and sometimes the cats will like stare off
Oh, I hate that.
into a corner.
Yeah.
You know
Yep.
how cats are.
Yeah.
I do.
They do
Cats
that.
really can identify ghosts in the room. I've seen it.
I've seen
We have
animals
cats,
do that.
yep,
That's a
definitely.
scary freaking thing. They act like someone else is in the room and no one's there.
That's right. They walk around
Yeah.
the space where this individual might be, looking up, like checking it out.
Right?
Walking- Yeah.
That's
I've seen
weird,
that.
man. That's
My
freaking
own
weird. I
house.
hate that stuff. But anyway, so listen, is that it for Robert the Doll? Is that it for Robert the Doll, there, Coco?
I just wanted to throw in there real quick that the boy that he was gifted to is Robert Eugene Otto, went by Gene. And the whole thing that about Robert the Doll, when he got into trouble with his parents when he was younger, he would always say that he didn't do it, that Robert did it. And that's what kind of started the whole thing out. So it's a one-of-a-kind handmade Stife Company doll. It's dressed in a sailor suit. At one time, it bore a painted face, not unlike what you would find on like a court jester type doll. He was an unusual size. It's about, I believe, it's someplace in the neighborhood of about 40 inches tall.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's a unique thing. A lot of people have gotten sideways with Robert, and beg for reconciliation and/or forgiveness. And as I said, David Sloan's book, if you're interested in this, is probably one of the best books. He's written a number of great short profiles on different major things around Key West, and he does great tours down there. He's super. We should get him on the show here. You'd have a lot of fun with him. He is a very interesting guy, very funny guy.
All right.
Hey, Cobra, isn't it true that people or the museum has set up a camera on him occasionally, and they've actually seen? Because I watched
Yes,
the videos that
David
he
talks
moved
about it,
and
and he
changes
actually
his face
saw
and-
the facial expression change on the doll when he was there. He's held it. He's been there when they've done what they do as part of the docents at the museum when they do like an inventory where they check things, make repairs on it, and stuff like that. But he's encased in a lucite case, so it cannot be touched.
Hey, listen, so has anyone ever delved into why does the doll have this attitude? What's his problem?
A lot of different stories. Housekeeping staff, a husband and wife there. There's a possible connection where there was a loss of a child, and they think that may be a possession into the doll. There's a lot of legend that go behind it. No one thing seems to show up. And when you look at the life of Gene Otto and his wife and how things went when they returned to Key West, it's obvious that there is a very strange spiritual connection that Gene had with the doll, or the doll had with Gene.
Wow.
It's a very interesting story for anybody who's into that kind of stuff. It's well worth it.
Yeah, wow.
The movies that have come out so far are not so good. I do know. I talked to David when I was kind of prepping up when you talked about this. I talked to David a little earlier today.
Go ahead.
There's a documentary coming out, and he has a couple things on YouTube. So there's some really good stuff there. If you're into it and you want to get kind of the straight scoop, that's a good place to start.
Did he write the book about the doll? He's written an entire book about the doll?
He wrote one of the many books that are out there about it, but he wrote, I think, the best one.
Wow. They should do a movie. It's a creepy story.
Yeah, they've had a couple movies about it.
They're subpar, the movies.
Yeah, his legendary actions show up in a lot of different movies. In fact, I was just watching one with Mrs. Cobra last night where this haunted house in upstate New York, of all places, is filled with clown dolls and dolls moving around. And as you said, Mac, the way they did it, the way they in the dark areas with these dolls, and you're staring at the face of a doll and it blinks its eyes.
Yeah.
It's freakier. And it makes your spine. I mean, it will throw you a curve every time.
That's a Twilight Zone.
Mrs. Cobra does not like clowns.
Hey, listen, clowns are
and
bad.
This house is filled with them.
No, but
and then they start moving around.
There's a Twilight Zone. Two things. First of all, Demi Moore, okay, was married to the guy who's the guy now? He's married to the girl,
Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Okay. The reason he left her, now this is Bruce Willis, okay? I mean, he's a nut too, right? She had the house.
So fine.
Bruce Willis? Holy cow. What are you drinking tonight? What is that?
Well, she's not married to him now.
No.
Demi's not married to him now.
No, he left.
And then she married. I can't remember the guy from the '70s show.
Yeah, that guy.
Turned out to be a pretty decent actor.
Okay.
Kirshner, yeah.
He left. Yeah. She left. He left because she had the house filled with these weird friggin' dolls. Okay. I mean, there were like a dozen dolls in every room in this big mansion they had, and because at one time I worked for who the hell, Ted Turner's website, and we were going to do a story on it, and then we didn't. But she has these dolls that have like these real kind of almost real faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the porcelain ones. The real nice porcelain ones?
No, they're kind of like floppy dolls. They're floppy dolls.
But they're made out of like a polyurethane or soft material.
Oh.
Yeah,
literal plastic.
They call them lifelike dolls, like babies. It's really crazy stuff.
But they're all in they all have like morose expressions on them, or like they're crying or screaming or something like that, and they're like creepiest freaking thing in the world. Okay, and she's a nut anyway, but gee whiz, it was like really bad, So I can see now. There's a bunch of dolls. Okay, why this guy is, why it stands out. Why is he famous? Okay, do you know why? Is it because the people in the museum are?
No, I think
beating the drum.
Story behind it. Because Robert the doll was kind of hidden in a case. It was in a locker inside the house. And when Gene passed away, his widow wanted nothing to do with the doll, left everything, moved back up to Massachusetts. Her family was originally from Massachusetts. People that lived in the house afterwards found the doll, found the furniture, started to find out, and then the stories come out. Stories come out about when Gene wasn't really allowed to play with other kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
They would see the doll moving behind, so you have the kind of the legend stories behind it. Then people that lived in the house subsequently started to have some really crazy interactions with this doll.
Okay.
People that were doing the work inside the house are having these things. And then the doll gets donated to the museum.
Wow. Thank you for
and
nothing.
it's just in the museum. There's a little bit of a story behind it. And all of a sudden, all this crazy stuff starts to come up. So you got these people that are partying. think it's a good idea. Hey, let's go into the museum. Because, I mean, we've done everything on Duval Street. Let's hit the museum. And there's a whole bunch of great things in that museum to see. I mean, there's as you said, Mac, the craziness of Key West.
Right.
It's a crazy place.
Well, they're all insane down there.
Wild, crazy stuff.
It's like they shook the country and everyone, all the nuts landed down there. But listen, all right. So look, all this guy does.
I mean, so many cool things about that. I mean, Prohibition. It was a major center for Prohibition.
Right.
For alcohol that was coming out from Cuba, and they would ship it up. How they had to work to get it up from the island chain before there was a causeway to get it up to the Miami to the railroads. Just amazing stuff.
But listen, during World War II, German subs used to surface off the coast and come and drink in the bars there, and they would serve them.
There,
correct?
and I've heard the same story for parts of West Louisiana.
Right,
they buy groceries and food, and and hang out and have a couple drinks, and then agents and work their way back out to the boat.
All right, listen. We're talking about
amazing.
Robert the Doll here. Okay, so listen, Green-Eyed Kid, Robert the Doll. He sits there and he gets pissed off at people, and they write him letters. Big deal. We got the Black-Eyed Kid here. This guy eats cats, for God's sakes. Okay, he waits for you in the parking lot. That's his slogan.
My favorite Black-Eyed Kid move is the knock on the door.
Go ahead.
And he's there when you open the door.
Yes.
And then he asks to use your phone or to come in your house, which
He says,
everyone knows is
"Hello,
that's a big no-no.
I'm selling Girl Scout cookies. I'm trying to make my quota, please.
I'm trying to make my quota.
Wow.
But like Coco said, that is a big no-no. You say no, get out.
Get out. Kid, how do you how do you sneak in the house? Is it that easy? You're selling Girl Scout cookies? The kid speaks.
Well, there are some legendary pictures of Black-Eyed Kid in the Girl Scout uniform, but I'm not sure.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, sure. Go ahead. Let the kid speak. Go, kid.
I send the Girl Scout 2.2 and then I come around back. It's private.
Can anyone understand?
Klingon.
He's all hopped up on those double chocolate Girl Scout cookies. I hate it.
Am I going to have to cut that out? Someone tell me what he said. Okay, thank you.
I think you're safe.
Okay, all right, there we go. Everyone has their head in their hand, so it must have been funny. Thank you, Black-Eyed Kid. Hey, listen, Marc Zappulla, before we go to ad, how are you doing? You still awake there, brother?
I'm doing great, yeah.
Okay, all right, what are you drinking tonight? What are you? I'm going to say you're drinking like a limoncello or something.
No, tonight it was Tito's and soda.
Oh, there you go. Tito's and soda. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And what's the name of your buddy's restaurant down the north end there? The
This
canteen.
morning it was something different.
Okay. He is a writer. What's the name of the place down in on the north end? The cantina.
The cantina, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's. Yeah, what's the real name of it though? Do you know?
The real name?
Isn't it called the? Is it just the cantina? I thought it was like Eugene's Cantina or something.
Cantina Italiana.
There you go. I knew there was another name to it. Okay, Johnny. What's his name? Johnny.
Yeah. Sorry.
What's Johnny's
John?
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John DeSimone.
Yeah, John DeSimone. Okay.
Good man. Okay.
If you're ever in Boston and
He'll
you want to
take
go
care
get
of all of us.
get any Italian
Oh, it's
food.
a great place. It is a dynamite place.
It's unbelievable there. It really is. Okay. Okay. So now Juan-Juan.
Yeah.
Oh, I threw the beer can. Wait, no, here it is. Juan-Juan is showing us the beer that he's drinking tonight. Before we take a oh, brother. Before we take a commercial break, what is it? Stout.
Kalamazoo Stout.
Okay.
Once again, brewed with chocolate and coffee.
Not to show you up. Not to show you up, but only Coco and
How about a
Juan-Juan
Boff
will know this.
Big?
Ready? Can you
Yeah,
read
I'm
the
gonna vom.
Can you read the name on this?
Chocolate and coffee? Delish.
Can you read the name?
No.
No, you got to turn it.
Dorchester.
Dorchester beer.
Dorchester.
Yes.
Dorchester.
Finally got our own beer.
I have something special coming from you, Mac. Something very, very special coming for you.
Really? Do I have to run it by club first, or can I open it?
Oh, no. This may be one of the medicine ball, speedball drop-offs to the house.
Really?
This is one you're going to want to squire in, invite over Al the mechanic. I think it may be happening to you this Friday. So
Wow, okay,
I don't want
right
to give away
before the
too much here
snowstorm.
on air, but we can talk about it later.
All right. So before we go to commercial break now, first of all, I cannot see Ella at all. Ella, you are right. The ghost.
Should I turn up the lighting?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of dim.
Dark in there.
We're concerned
see it.
about
See,
you.
too many people plugged in their EVs, and it just drained the
That's it.
system.
Well, it's better, but
Little
yeah. Okay. We can.
Well, the sun went down.
Oh, that's it. Gee,
That's
they are
true.
in
It is
California.
whatever it is. 3 hours.
5:06.
Ella,
here.
I think you're still glowing as you normally are when we get to see you on the show.
Wow.
I think you look fantastic.
That's true.
I have something I want to mention to you in a
Go ahead.
couple of minutes.
Well, why don't we come back from our next segment? We'll launch the segment with it, okay? This is a tease now. You're going to tell us something? Is that it?
Ella's big reveal.
Ella's big reveal when we come
No,
back.
it's another one of those coincidence kind of things.
Cool. We love those. All right. Listen, why don't we do
After
this?
the break.
Why don't we
Excellent.
take a commercial break now, and we'll be right back after this. You're listening to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. The entire gang is here, and we'll be right back.
Imagine you knew what was going to happen 2 seconds before it happened. Imagine you lived with the world's most beautiful supermodel. Imagine you drove a Jaguar with machine guns behind the headlights. Well, it's time to stop dreaming and start reading about Navy Lieutenant Chris Starr, hero of Mack Maloney's new best-selling paranormal detective series, codenamed Starman. Who murdered the most beautiful T-girl in San Diego? Who's bombarding a small Massachusetts town with heavy artillery on Christmas Eve? Who's causing the mass murder of terrorists in the jungles of Africa? These are the cases Lieutenant Chris Starr must solve in the Kalashnikov Kiss, the first book in Mack's exciting new series, codenamed Starman. Follow the Starman as he uses his psychic abilities to crack cases the U.S. Navy has declared too unusual. Find out why the Pentagon calls him the X-Files guy. And what is the wormhole anyway? To find out, get your own tomato can and be ready for action, strange adventures, paranormal activity, and lots of cover models. In Codename Starman, The Kalashnikov Kiss by Mack Maloney. On sale now at Amazon and your local bookstore.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mack Maloney's Military Exile Show here on the Distant Thunder Radio Network. This is Macaroni. Wow, what a show we've had tonight. And we still have some time to go. Girls, the very famous Juan-Juan is here.
Hello, Mac. Hello, girls.
Okay, you've changed your
Having
look.
a wonderful time on the show tonight.
You've changed your look
This is
3
awesome.
times tonight. You got the Trotsky glasses back on. Okay. You're looking good, though, JJ. It's always good to change up the look. Okay. The very famous Commander Cobra is here as well.
As always, Mac, thank you for letting me join the formation.
Switchblade Steve Ward here as well. Present.
Great to be present.
Okay. You're pensive tonight. You haven't said anything. Why is that? Did that go along with the character?
There's 23 people here.
Oh,
It's
that's
hard
right.
to,
Okay.
get-
Okay. All right. Jocko Johnson, our Southern correspondent down there somewhere, south of the border. How are you doing?
President accounted for.
Jojo. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Raven, our favorite good witch up in Sideways, New York, is with us. Waving, stretching.
Hi, my friends.
She was stretching a little while ago. Yeah.
Hello, Raven.
Yeah. I don't know if she's trying to do that to stay awake or what's going on, but.
I pulled a muscle in my back, so I was trying to
Really?
stretch out my spine.
How did you do that? You know, everyone wants to know.
I'm about 80 years old in my body, but like mentally I'm like 14. So I think I just twisted wrong on the
Really?
couch maybe and it's all
Listen,
downhill from
I
there.
hope this doesn't sound
I'd really
bad.
like to say that the sympathy meter was registering here with you. 14-year-old girl in the 20-year-old body. We really feel bad for you, and we're really sorry.
So I was gonna say
doesn't
that.
work, and you twisted your back.
Right.
She said 80.
Well,
I can relate to
she's-
that. I lift up my arm to shave and I pull a muscle.
It's closer to 14 than 80. Let's put it that way. Okay, Jocko.
Pull a muscle in my back talking.
TMI.
I don't agree with her, but
Listen.
that's what she said.
Okay, Raven, thank you for joining us. Also, taking the vibe of the show is Ella the Psychic. She's disappearing into the ghost world out there in California.
Well, maybe I'm a vampire today.
Really? Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that got Juan-Juan's
We haven't had a
attention
vampire on the show in a while.
in a while, right? And we did
I
have
look
one on,
so
though.
pale and
Yes.
I have red lips.
Yes,
and,
yes. Okay.
That's like
All right.
the vampire motif. So
Wow. Okay.
I
All
just
right.
wish, Ella, that everyone that when you made that description, if I could have had a quick shot of the screen of the faces of
Yes.
the men in the room that we can see as you were making that description. It was precious, dear. Just precious.
thank you.
Well, let's put it this way. Juan reached for his.
I would love to have a relationship with a vampire woman. That
Really?
would be insane, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, it would be insane. Yes, right.
Wow.
Listen, let's be
whatever the hell you want during the day.
Yeah, right. You could cheat on.
I mean, it's right up there with the girl that's in prison. You know where she is all the time. See her on furloughs. You don't have to. You have to take her any place.
That voice you heard, only a writer. Only a writer would come up with that. Marc Zappulla, famous writer. Thank you, Marc, for joining us. How are you?
Hey. What's up, Mac? I'm doing great. I'm definitely waving at everyone right now.
Okay. Yes.
Hello.
His camera is not behaving tonight or something. But and also for filming the Brady Bunch. No, Hollywood Squares, I should say. The Black Eyed Kid is with us. Kid, how you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me back. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And things are good with you. How's the dating scene with you? The dating scene.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to brag.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brad.
Please do.
I have more dolls than Andrew has, so I've got more chicks than he has.
Is that a man bun you have on the back of your head?
Oh, he does.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a bun.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Black Eyed Kids are
Here we are
stylish
talking.
these days.
Here we are talking to the black-eyed kid. Okay,
Yes.
I can't get by the pupils and iris all being the same color, and you're checking out his hairstyle.
Here's a bun.
And here, now we're getting hooked into. Talk about somebody who's really old, locked into with a young age. Right?
Wow.
Black-eyed kid. When you made the trip over to the other side, you were pretty young when you made the conversion. It's the black-eyed troop. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it's true.
It's true. Okay.
A man of so few words.
He's a kid of few words, right.
I just want to know, so do you still go to like school dances and stuff and like have all the slick moves? I mean, how do you do that?
School dances.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not invited. I just show up and cut up a rug.
Get it? The kid's
Do you have
hot
a
tonight.
black-eyed girlfriend?
Oh, boy.
Let's see.
She might be listening, so yeah.
Okay.
So on your relationship status, you're kind of like hooked up on your relationship status. But I get the feeling, Black Eyed Kid, you're a cruiser. I have a feeling you're kind of, riding the waves there a little bit.
Oh yeah. I try out my surfboard in all different ways.
What did he say? What did he say?
I don't know.
We're going to have to close caption that later.
I'll tell you later tonight.
Wow.
Cobra, you got it. What did he say?
Cobra heard
Hang on.
him.
Let's go. I know, but I might have to cut it out, so we'll let you know on that after that.
He's got a boy bun, not a man bun.
Right.
Boy bun.
Now listen, now that you brought it up, and we have two beauties with us tonight. So on buns on men, let's go to Raven first. Up or down? Buns
I'm
on men.
sorry, Black Eyed Kid. The buns are down.
Down, yeah,
Man. I like a high and tight.
High and
Did you just say the buns are down?
The buns are down.
Like a high and tight?
Buns
Can
are
I put my
down and
camera
high and
back on?
tight. Is what
Hold it
Raven
now.
said.
Hold it. We got another person to ask. Ella has disappeared completely into the house with his seat.
No, she hasn't. No, she-
Buddha as a ghost.
He's kidding.
There we go.
She needs
There you go.
Ghostbusters.
There we go.
There you
Just,
go.
Is that better?
Yeah, is that a three-way bulb? You set it up to 120 or something, or what?
Wow. But
It's on a dimmer.
But that light is look, the light is hitting her
Tighten the bulb.
perfectly now. The light is hitting you perfectly. That is
Now it's good, yeah.
yeah. I went to film school, so I know this stuff, right, Juan-Juan?
That's right, you did. You were a
I was
graduate of
going
film
to the
school.
candlelight look. You
Okay.
Know.
I think you pulled it off. So listen, a man bun, Ella the psychic, man bun, up or down?
No, no, man bun.
Sorry.
Down with the buns. Yeah. Just on the butt is where the buns should be.
Oh, good point.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a
Yep,
t-shirt.
Ella knows.
There's a t-shirt.
Ella knows.
Okay. All right. Listen.
Yep.
Let me just ask Switch a serious question. Switch. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a night we should do the Fringe, or should we save
Well,
it?
the thing is, it's a decent length.
Yes.
And it's only part one
That's
because
what
it's
she
about
said.
Edward Ruppelt.
Okay.
And I only get up to the beginning of Project Blue Book.
Oh,
I mean, there's
wow.
so much that happened prior to that.
Oh, we should
and
do-
I've just skimmed over the surface of that. So perhaps
Yeah.
perhaps we haven't set the tone
Another time.
for a serious Fringe report
Okay.
on the head of Project Blue Book.
All right. Okay. So we'll.
Why, we're
that's
too
a,
silly or what? What's
that's
going
a
on?
tease for next week. Silly. We're never silly, really. Juan.
I never got candlelight under Ella. Look at how
Oh wow!
sleepy
Oh
that
my
is.
God! We have to be a TV show.
Isn't
This
it
is like
cool?
too good to waste.
And look, why
That's a good look.
There you go. Wow, nice.
Oh, I have those candles too.
Are they real?
What? You can put your hand on it? You can put your hand
Those
on
are
it?
they're special candles.
It's a
They're
girl
only
secret.
for
Girls.
the witches and the
And the
empaths of the world.
Oh.
Wow.
In other words, guys.
Black Eyed Kid hasn't been this excited
Back
since
off.
his birthday
Wow.
when he saw the cannon. This is good stuff.
Wow.
Hey, Mark, I'm willing to pay the extra freight. Why don't you put your camera on? Because I'm getting
Yeah. Why don't you put your
I'm
camera
getting
on?
lonely for your face there, buddy.
Okay. here it
Yeah,
goes.
I feel.
Come in hot.
I want to see the high and tight. There it is.
There you go. Look
There
at
he is.
how
Oh, wow. Okay.
suave
All right.
and debonair he is. Look at him.
Like that.
Is that a fake background?
There he
though?
is.
Are those
And I
books?
like the books.
Are those real?
book.
Very nice
Thanks.
books.
Are they real or just like?
I think that's just an electronic background.
I would never own this many books. These many books. This is crazy.
We went to a book signing of Mark's once at a place down the north end. What's the name of that joint? Where they let you sleep?
Cantina Italiana.
No, where they let you sleep. Is that where they let us smoke downstairs?
Oh no, that was Stan's the Days Cigarri.
All right, if you can hear that, yeah, man, what a freaking night that was. That was
a great party. That was a great party.
Crazy, yeah. And then the other one, your second signing at the cantina when you had the groupie with you.
The groupie.
Right? Do they all meld together now?
You didn't draw on it from me, so let's just say it.
Okay. Anyway,
what is this groupie's name?
Well, don't say her name. He probably can't remember.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
All right.
listen.
Whatever.
I never.
Wah, wah, wah.
I never came to that road in my career as a writer. That there'd be groupies involved.
That's too bad, Mac.
I know.
You had all the potential.
I missed something. I don't know.
You didn't have the book signing in the North End.
You're married to Lois, and you think you missed something?
No, I don't
Are you
mean
freaking
that.
kidding me, buddy?
No, I don't. Okay, shouldn't say that.
I mean, there's a TV show, The Girlfriend Experience, and you missed the groupie experience.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
Lois has got such a sexy voice. Too.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll tell
I
her
know.
that. Yes.
Yeah, I pretty much we
She
can all
sounds
agree.
so beautiful.
She's wonderful.
She is
Yeah,
very
well,
cute.
I
very
only
cute.
when I just heard her on the show, so I had to like put the voice to my image of her,
Mhm.
Could
But
you
she has a
imagine being?
beautiful voice.
The voice match.
I wish she was my school teacher.
Okay, see, now it turned creepy 1 minute in. Okay. I'll let her know, though.
What are you going to do?
Not.
Wow.
He's a
Wow.
prevert.
Okay. So,
I still love you, pal.
there you go.
Thank you, Jocko.
So,
Got my back.
So, Mark, what's your latest project? Have I already asked you that?
What project?
Yeah, your latest project, or is it the L story?
No, I mean, I think I have the 2 or 3 that I need to really get going on. To be honest with you, I started. I put a lot into them, into all of them. So
I hate. Yeah.
Yeah, I can cook. It'll probably be done in 3-4 months. I can talk more about it then, probably.
I hate to say this, but you should turn your camera off again. Sorry.
You sound like all the girls.
Yeah, because you're breaking up and.
Well,
see,
hey,
you've
Mac,
seen them enough. Is that enough?
I
girls?
wanted to get a quick cut in there. Did you copy my problems that I had with Amazon? Put a reviewing of your book?
No.
Problems.
I sent you the 2 reviews. It one published finally, but they bounced me. It said I broke community standards and ethics and all kinds of stuff when I went in there and did my my standard review.
Well,
Probably that happened to me too when I reviewed a friend's book, and there was nothing bad about it. It just they had a list of things, right? It's a list of things that you can violate, and none of them applied. It was ridiculous.
Huh.
Well, they finally published it.
Okay.
If they
How do they know you? How do they know you're friends?
Yeah. How do they know?
Well, they didn't know I was friends. It had nothing to do with that. I mean, they just. I'm not going to say the name that I use, obviously, but
Juan-Juan.
I got my chops busted because here I am trying to do Wingman 21. Get a little shot in there for Mac,
The Jericho
like
Storm.
I normally do, and I get this long, nasty email from Amazon that I'm like busting community standards.
Listen, I would say
that's crazy.
Unacceptable.
Ixnay on
What happened to
Ixnay
freedom of speech?
on busting Amazon. Amazon is
Oh,
my
God.
friend.
On Facebook.
Amazon is my friend, okay, and I want to keep them that way. Okay.
I do have a really good relationship with Amazon.
You do? Okay.
Do you?
She's almost
I do.
breathless
You have
saying that.
Prime?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh
Prime. Prime.
Actually,
Does she have Prime?
Prime has a Robert the Doll documentary on it. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
It's kind of cheesy because they do like the dramatic reenactments, and
I don't like
they're
that.
so lame.
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
But if
It's
you
very
look
lame.
past that, it
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah, it's,
Really?
it's well documented.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Prime.
What's it show? A
And-
little
and,
kid? To show a little kid walking around, dressed as the doll? Is it that bad?
Okay, yes and no, because they show the doll and they
Cool.
show Jean Otto.
Yes.
And then they kind of do like a little pitter patter of
Yes.
his little feet. And
Yes.
it's like, it's so cringy that it's like, you just have to look past it because you do learn a lot from it.
Yes.
And it's so interesting.
Hey, listen.
But it's yeah.
Hey, Black Eyed Kid, you could have played that part, man. You could have played that pitter patter thing, right?
Yeah, I had to find my agent.
Oh no. You need to get a new agent, get new headshots.
Do you want to go?
But, you know,
do you want to go through that?
Robert's got the black eye. See, that's the reason why I think Black Eyed Kid could do it.
See?
Because he could walk. Him in a sailor suit.
Yep. Save an
I can
hour
see
and
right
make
now
up.
him in the sailor suit.
Yeah, huh?
You wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yes.
At all.
Black Eyed Kid. We don't want to put
idea.
And I
stars
think
in
Black
your
Eyed
eyes.
Kid would enjoy people writing him letters every day asking for forgiveness. I'm picking up a vibe for the Black Eyed Kid that he would be into that.
You know who people also write letters of forgiveness to that they've crossed is what's his name? That crazy guy, the crazy actor.
Which one?
You know, the guy with the voice. I just had his
now,
name.
Christopher Walken?
Christopher Walken. Yes. No one his.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Christopher Walken is
That's
there with
so
the Black Eyed
random.
Kid. Yes. Go ahead.
Wow.
Right? People.
Oh, I see what you did.
It's not really Christopher Walken, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
More cowbell.
You send letters of
A little
asking
more cowbell.
forgiveness to.
Did he say more cowbell?
He is Christopher Walken.
Yes.
I believe it.
You know, I said it, all
I thought
right?
you were going to say Alec Baldwin.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey, listen, he's
no
in a
one
bad
write letters
place.
for forgiveness to Alec Baldwin.
He's in a bad place right now. Marc Zappulla
kind of letters.
is good
He's
friends.
in such a bad place right now.
Yes, right. Okay.
So
I can't
bad.
imagine
Going
how
on
I can't imagine how he got there either.
Well, listen, I don't think he probably doesn't have 73 teddy bears dressed as sailors, though. I mean, let's go back to that for a second. What was what's the line of succession, though? I mean, it used to be the Queen dies and then the Prince Philip, right? Is that his name?
No, he never was. It's the son. He goes
The
to
son.
the son.
What's his name?
But he's
the oldest son.
still the guy's still in
Charles,
line, though.
Prince Charles. Yeah.
Charles.
But he's
Charles is
old.
in line. He's number one.
Actually,
And
so
then
he's
Charles,
next.
now that Charles has an heir, his son Andrew is the next one after that.
Oh,
Right.
so it doesn't go to the brother if the older brother.
No, no.
wow.
If he didn't have an heir, then it would lateral over.
Oh, he got screwed. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think that whole thing's going to come tumbling down. I'm sorry, but it's just I know Juan is in love with England, and his lovely wife is half English, and I'm sure that's half the reason at least.
He's a
for it.
descendant. She's a descendant of Robert the Bruce.
Robert the
Really?
Bruce.
Look,
Yes.
look it up.
The Scottish
King
guy.
of Scotland.
Right.
I'm a descendant
Star of
Alexander
Shakespearean
Hamilton.
lore.
Go ahead.
Robert the Bruce.
Ella, you're a descendant
That's
of who?
cool.
Same one, same guy?
It is cool.
Maybe you're related.
What?
Who you descended from?
Alexander Hamilton.
There you go. That guy, that troublemaker?
Yeah. Oh, and I got tickets to go see the play.
Oh, wow,
So I'm
huh?
excited.
It's nothing like real history.
Right?
That's
Another
like
show.
real history.
Another show. Well, they didn't sing and
Scene by
dance back
scene.
then. Right. So, wow. Okay. Christopher Walken. So, are you enjoying the show tonight? You're sitting there at the virtual kitchen of the Black Eyed Kid, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I was invited over for some Pop-Tarts, some popcorn, and a couple beverages.
Okay.
But that is good.
Yeah.
What did you do with the watch we gave you?
I hid
The
it
watch.
in the best place I knew I could hide something.
I have your father was in prison with me, and he gave me this watch. I've had it all this time, and I'm here to give it to you.
To
This
you.
watch that he had.
This is what's this?
Hit it.
Is this from that bad movie?
Ass.
Is that from the?
I have a question for the black-eyed boy.
I love that scene in
Black
Pulp
Eyed
Fiction.
so good.
Pulp Fiction is a terrible movie. Pulp
Ella,
Fiction.
please,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Best movie of
Ella
all
has a
time.
question.
Hold on.
Are all black-eyed kids cross-eyed, or just you?
Oh, that's.
Oh,
How could you tell? They're all black.
He's kicked by a mule.
I'm just teasing.
By a mule.
That's Jocko.
I think Christopher Walken should answer.
The wisdom of
Explain
Jocko.
why your eyes are crossed.
But I want to be a blessed so I can deliver cookies.
Well, because they're so dark, it's just
Ella.
looks that way.
The black-eyed kid wants your address so he can deliver some cookies.
Oh no!
Why not?
Him and the Buddha, they're going to keep you up all night long, lady. Him and the black-eyed kid and the Buddha, this is going to be a complete act.
They
It's
both
gonna
have
be
a-
state. You think Hamilton's good? Wait till you see what these two are going to do.
They both have a bun, right?
All right.
Listen,
No,
is that?
well, look at me.
Look.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. With those black eyes.
Wow, I think there's a little connection between Ella and the black-eyed kid going on
think
here. Is
so.
it am I picking up that
He's got
vibe?
the mojo. There's no doubt about it. He's got the mojo.
Okay.
Right?
His DM's going back and forth already. I can see it. His eyes are popping.
See?
and Ella's smiling. And
Phil, I told you
nodding.
never know what's going to happen, right?
Baby.
Yeah, this will make black-eyed kid. He's getting on the plane right now.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Drooling.
There's a
Look
cat.
at him.
And she's gonna, and the kid, he's got to get involved.
The kid loves cats. Well done, as it turns out. But he does
Got
love
his walking
cats.
knife ready.
Wow.
The cats are so cool.
Yeah, they're cool. That's right.
Yeah, they only taste good as like Chinese.
And they're so
Oh, I
smart.
know. All right. They are.
Very
Right?
They
He's so
seem smart. They seem smart. Raven, let's throw it to you. What are you drinking now? Have we talked about what you're drinking tonight?
No, so I was drinking 8 days a week,
Yes.
but I'm out. So now I switched over to white trash beer.
White trash beer.
Because I'm 100% trash. My Genesee cream ale.
Oh, wow.
Man.
That is
Cheapest thing in the store.
that is white trashy. frankly. Yes. All right. But I love Jenny Ice, man. We have that connection. Lonely Larry.
Jenny.
Exactly.
Maybe
yeah.
I have to revisit Jenny. The last time I had Jenny was on a drunken
There's
No,
There's
deal
some
at the Lee
Genesee
racetrack.
that are so good,
Yeah,
and
this-
then there's other
yes.
ones that are like you taste it and it's like, what were they thinking?
Yeah,
it's
But
like
I feel like it's
Monday
like a hit or
beer,
a miss.
Monday morning beer, Friday afternoon beer.
I threw up
Yeah.
on it or something.
Don't say
My
that.
Monday
I think
morning
it's
beer-
interesting that when you brought the Genesee down from Mac, the list of instructions I got for the delivery to Mac,
Yes.
how it had to be maintained in a secure, cool
No,
place.
I said, just don't put it in the
yeah,
sun.
You have to drive over a certain speed to make
Yeah.
sure that I didn't agitate
Well, you
the
don't want to
Genesee
upset
cream
them.
Oh,
ales.
yeah. Right.
Cobra.
You didn't
What
want
can
it?
I
Absolutely.
say? Mac is a diva.
I asked-
I
I mean,
had to do it for him.
Oh my God, the
I
list
asked
of
so little.
instructions was incredible.
He didn't want
He's
it
a beer
bruised.
meister.
He didn't want to brew. Anyway, wow. Hey, so Marc Zappulla, can we hear you better now? How are you?
I'm great. Yeah, no, good.
What?
He's working on 3 books. How could, you know?
I've asked him that 3
couldn't be
times, but
better
I
than
haven't
that.
heard him. So you're working on 3 books simultaneously? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've taken down notes on 3, and I started 2, but I'm going to start the 3rd one tomorrow.
Taking down notes. Okay. Hey, listen, Switchy, now you were involved with the book. You announced a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, I'm currently writing one.
Okay. Well, didn't you left a message for me at 3 a.m. saying I'm now a published writer. What was that? You were in a collection.
Well, I have a couple chapters in a couple books about paranormal stuff.
Yes.
But just one chapter in each book.
All right. And what's
then
a-
there's also another kind of a
What is that?
booklet that has a lot of graphic art in it, and I wrote 4 of the pieces, and it was all about the advent of the Mothman
Okay.
in the Ohio Valley
Yes.
in the mid '60s.
And so, what's the book you're writing now? What's it about? Us? The show?
It's about I'll never get it published.
Oh, don't say that.
No, it's about the stuff that I talk about on the Fringe a lot, about looking at patterns and parallels in these things.
Yes.
And documenting that.
You know, they love Switch in the UK because I hear from these people all the time, and they hear us on Paranormal UK Network and among other places, and they think Switch is like
And
a,
my show, The High Strangeness Factor, is also on the Paranormal UK.
I was just getting ready to ask you about the high strangeness. You've had a pretty good run, and I heard a couple of your guests that have been in touch with me. Great times.
Oh, good.
You had a favorite show for the past year?
How about the one you interviewed Coco?
probably the last one I did. I interviewed Zelia Edgar, who just published a book called Just Another Tinfoil Hat Presents.
Yes.
She is a Keelian, and she looks at things that way. She has a YouTube channel where she does these pieces, and the book is a much more detailed aspect of these.
She's a what? She's a what?
Stories.
What's her?
A Keelian. John Keel.
Oh, a Keelian. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I mean, she looks at things that way. She and she's come up with some cases that nobody's heard of, and she has found stuff on some of the things like flatwoods that most people don't know.
Someday kids will grow up and they go, "I'm a Wardian. I'm a Wardian. I'm a Steve Wardian." Right? Would you want to?
Yeah. The ones that are in prison.
I mean, we can only hope.
Or I'm a Switchy. I'm a Switchy. That's better. Anyway.
How cool would that be, though?
I'm a Wardian.
Like your
I'm in
legacy
Denny's.
is I'm a switchblade.
Well, it depends. If I've assumed room temperature, it's no big deal. Right?
Oh, okay. So Switchy, so when's this book coming out?
You're going to live forever, Steve.
You're taking notes on this book? Is that it? You're taking notes?
I got a lot
Sorry,
of books
Juan. Okay.
Good.
All right. Okay. Juan, I'll throw it to you. How are your dogs these days? The dog.
Lucia.
Yes.
Lucia, the Yorkshire Terrier, is doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Brought her to the vet today because I was wondering about why her appetite was changing, but that's what they do. Is they don't always eat on the same clock you eat.
Really?
And
I eat off a plate, but hang on.
Well, we're paranoid sometimes with little puppies. So
yes, I understand.
The vet says, "Oh, she's fine. She's just gained a half a pound since the last time you were here."
Really? Yeah.
And she feels great.
Do you go out walking?
That and the other.
You do the walking, you?
We don't walk her much yet because it's too.
Oh, okay.
She's still a puppy and
still training.
It's crappy weather,
Still training.
I was gonna say it's
But she loves people.
freezing.
The black-eyed kid is still in training too, so he can relate.
We still miss our dachshunds, though.
He's a late bloomer. Yeah, Dachshunds. Yeah, there's a lot of funny YouTube Dachshund.
She is a Yorkshire Terrier,
Mhm.
all the way from Yorkshire.
Right. Does she sense that you like the Dachshunds better? Is she getting that
Sometimes
vibe off you?
we say hi to the dachshunds because their pictures are plastered all over the place.
Oh, the dog
on
is gonna pick up
refrigerator
on
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's aware of the dachshunds because before she was born,
yes,
I know that she encountered all three of our past dachshunds and said, "Look, how do I get the best mojo out of these two weirdos that I'm going to be living with?"
Especially,
what are their likes and dislikes?
much.
And the dachshunds said, "Look, Juan-Juan, he's a pushover. All you got to do is stare at him with those eyes and hang out on his lap all the time, and you'll be fine.
It's
You'll
like
get anything you want."
I've seen you in
And
action.
Sadie pretty much said the same thing. And Sadie was a playful dog and would have loved playing with Lucia.
Yes.
Lucia is very active, likes to chase the tennis ball and bring it back to you and do special things. And Anna was a part terrier, and she was too busy watching the yard full of turkeys and ducks.
Interesting.
I got 30 ducks that fly in.
30.
And eating my cracked corn in the driveway and in the yard. Yeah, all of a sudden.
You know how to get rid of them?
Ducks winter over. I said, sure.
You know how to get rid of them? Coco, show your Glock again.
I love the ducks.
We wake up to duck hunting.
Yeah, duck hunting where we live, yes. Go ahead, you tell the story, Al. This is
you wake up at
delicious.
As soon as the sun comes up. It's dawn, and all you hear, you wake up to shotguns in the marsh.
There's marshes around where we live.
And you hear shotgun shot after shot.
Miserable weather,
shot.
freezing cold, and you go, "What? You're out there shooting a friggin' duck?" I've had one little piece of a wild duck, and it was the gamiest, crummiest, oiliest. Yeah, I can still taste it.
Yeah, who wants that?
Who wants that? You know, go to McDonald's.
But they look cute eating my cracked corn all over the driveway.
Yeah, okay.
Ducks are adorable.
Ducks.
But like by nature, they're super violent.
Are they really? Yeah,
I've
ducks are
seen
violent.
that. I
Interesting.
saw that in the yard in the summer when
the ducks. Yeah,
there's a spat between competing males.
Ducks. Yes.
Yeah.
Over a female that
Hey, listen. We had last week we had a well. That's just it. They just want to mate with them. That's all that's about. It's the survival of the fittest. You get the big duck. The big duck wants to do lady.
But they usually come fly in pairs. There's a
they do stay together for life. Yes, they do. They do.
Formation, baby.
Yeah. But
when they fly in, they swoop in. It's great, right over the roof, and they come down and don't stop eating.
I'll divulge in Mac After Dark. It's beyond that.
Wow. Okay. Want to record it now, and we'll decide later. Hey, look. let's see. I'm out of questions. Okay, how much time we have there?
We're running pretty close.
Okay, really? Yeah. Well, we're running. We got like 4 or 5 minutes left, right? Habba.
We're close. I mean, we're at 30 now. We needed 32, I think.
Oh, 32. Okay, cool.
So we got to do plugs and everything.
It's time to bring the train into the station. Yes.
I know it.
What a night.
There's the train.
What a night. There's the train wreck. Okay. Let me thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts and also the bottom of the Zoom screen. Marc Zappulla, very famous author.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Good luck on the 3 books.
Always a pleasure.
The trilogy.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Great to see everyone.
Good to see you.
No, you can't see me.
And we'll go down.
We saw you enough anyway.
We'll get down the Cantina Italiano.
You're so beautiful to look at. I mean, we couldn't take more than a few minutes at a time.
That's okay. He teased the girls.
Now you know what the wipes are about, Marc.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This Kalamazoo stuff is good, Raven. Try it.
Oh, that's great.
Hey, Black Eyed Kid.
It's made in Comstock, Michigan.
Oh, it's very
That's that's not far from me at all.
Wow.
No, 6%. 6%.
You know,
it's not bad.
Okay.
If I can find it here, I'm going to get it. But one of the 90 Day Fiancé cast members was from Kalamazoo, and she was crazy.
Yeah,
and it always makes me think of you every time I watch it.
Think of you,
There's a
Juan-Juan?
T-shirt out that says, "Yes, there really is a Kalamazoo."
Huh? Wow. Okay.
I don't own it, but
it sounds like an instrument you played when you were in elementary school. But anyway, hey, listen.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Black Eyed Kid, thank you, Black Eyed Kid, for taking time in your busy schedule for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me. I'll see you soon.
Now, do you want publicity photos of Raven and Ella?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hang on, Juan-Juan.
Raven and Ella calendar.
I'm asking the Black Eyed Kid. Hang on. Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. A poster I can put on my ceiling.
I almost choked on my water.
Thank you, Black Eyed Kid.
Feelings getting crowded over there.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, here we go. Ella, thank you.
Almost for our troops.
No, I'm going to save you for last. Sorry. Jojo, thanks for joining us. Jojo, the 2 hours flew by, didn't it?
Thank you, sir. All the time. Okay. Great to be here.
All right, thank you.
Always a barrel of monkeys.
It is a barrel of monkeys, as it turns out. You see how those 100 monkeys get off the truck there in Pennsylvania?
No, they found them all. I don't know how they did
them all except infrared at night.
How they found them. They were flying choppers with infrared at night.
Yes.
Picked them up
yeah, they don't look for people this hard. How do you get 100 monkeys back?
They probably had some disease and, they're experimenting on them.
So. All right.
Oh, yeah.
They were
100 monkeys. That sounds like a good movie title.
They probably were men at one time, and then they've degenerated into monkeys.
Right.
Or maybe advanced into monkeys.
You goddamn ape. Okay, listen.
Don't touch me, filthy
You
idiot.
goddamn stinking ape.
Hey, listen. Jocko, thank you. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Switch you.
Keep us safe down there in the Carolinas, okay?
Always, baby.
We need
You've
you.
got all those wild horses down there running around up and down.
Like
in my bunker for tax purposes now here in South Carolina.
Bunker for tax purposes.
We keep it very, very close eye on things.
Good for you. We appreciate it. So when the apocalypse comes,
ready and able to handle any situation.
If we go south, we go to Jocko's. We go north, we go to Coco's.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
No
good to have
problem.
options.
Well done.
Good to have options.
We're good. We're good.
Switch. Only because the girls are here, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. Don't take it personally. Okay.
Okay. I won't.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Okay, and continue with the look. I think continue with the look. You definitely passed what's his name in Jaws. Okay, and the women are voting enthusiastically for that. Who's the guy that we think he looks like? Dreyfus. Yeah, what a terrible actor that guy is. But you look
He looks
better.
more like a professor now.
Is
a
he
professor
with the
who
hat?
just authored a book. He's a PhD.
With the hat, and he's vacationing on Nantucket, that type of thing.
Or Dracula.
Now he looks like one of the Bowery boys.
He's Mick Switchy now.
There you go. Yes.
Switchy, that's great.
Thank you, Switch. We'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure.
Okay. Ella's
got the mood light going.
Ella. Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. We'll do it
Thank
again
you for
soon.
having me. It's been a delight.
We would love to have
wonderful
Jack's
evening.
daughter on. We would love to have her on.
Okay.
The
I'll
racing
see what
car
I can do.
driver who knows she lives in a haunted house and has seen Buddha, right?
What? Say that again?
She races at Daytona, and she has seen Buddha as a ghost.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. How can you top that?
What more could you want for
really?
a guest?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Raven, thank you for joining us, Raven.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so good to see everyone.
Okay, I'll ask you this and I'll ask Ella real quick. What was the vibe of the show tonight if you had to give it, from 1 to 10?
It was awesome. I thought it was great.
Really?
We were all uplifted and laughing and having fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
very positive.
Really?
Very positive, very good vibes.
See?
Working the mind puzzle, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part, but yeah, it was
Look at
great.
the kitties.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the kitties. Yeah, of course they
kitties.
I thought he said.
How can they not?
I thought he said.
Listen.
The kitties know. The kitties will know if there's a ghost in the place and will identify it in an instant.
Really? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, why don't we do the plugs? The plugs real quick. Homes for Our Troops. Homes for Our Troops is a military organization which builds homes for our veterans after 9/11. This is the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, who maybe have come back after losing a limb or whatever. They build the homes for them and then make the homes a little bit easier for them to get around, lower counter space, and different kinds of stairs to get them up and down. And then they just give them the house. They give them the house. They tear up the mortgage. They give them the house. And the statistics say that once they do something like that, these people who gave a lot for us, they go out and they get jobs and they get they kind of get their lives back in order after something terrible has happened. So Homes for Our Troops, 88 cents out of every dollar goes right to the charity. They've built something like 350 homes or something now. And these homes are
amazing.
They're like
awesome.
450, $500,000 homes. So Homes for Our Troops. Also, Rush Up and his Mad Englishman friends are putting back together a mosquito warplane from World War II made of wood, and put 2 Rolls-Royce engines on it, and it was so fast. They
could outrun the bullets.
That's how fast.
It's a luxury ride, too.
Yes.
Think of it, Rolls-Royce engines.
Put them on anything.
What a ride that's going to be.
Excellent. Coco, what's the timeline? Do we know when this thing's going to fly yet?
I think we're looking at probably 2.5 years.
Really? Okay.
We'll start getting stuff joined together on the frame. We have some good news coming pretty soon, but I'm not allowed to talk about it quite yet.
Wow, a lot of secrets tonight, folks. Okay, and Juan has agreed to be one of the first civilians to fly in the airplane with no parachute. No parachute.
That's right. Just my scarf.
And a GoPro.
Wave it in the breeze.
Okay. So anyway,
is that the scarf that's waving in the breeze? One. People want to know.
There could be other things going
hang on.
Not sure if I'm going to fly naked or not, but I will be without a parachute.
Oh. I've
been up the creek without a paddle, but up in the mosquito without a parachute is one step beyond.
Right. We're running out of batteries. So listen, the last thing I want to say plug-wise is if you want your bag of swag story, I'm telling you, it's a story, baby. Just go to MackMaloney.com, www.mackmaloney.com. Look for the contact button, hit it, and there'll be, how you can get your bag of swag. Basically just sending us your mailing address. A lot of people seem to think if they send us their email address, we can magically send the bag of swag over the internet. But the internet is not
We can send the virtual bag instantly.
Right.
Yeah, we could send it to your metaverse address.
Right. So, but until that dream comes true, just send us your mailing address, and we mail them all over the world, as it turns out. And it's 2 family pins, as we call them. There's badges. There's decals, 3D decals.
There's cryptocurrency in there.
And we're throwing a few cryptocurrency. And also the bar coasters. The bar coasters are the whole...
Decoder rings?
They're coming soon, okay? Once I pay off the bar coaster guy. Bar coasters, listen, they're great. People love them. But man, oh man, you know how expensive these freaking things are?
I bet.
I'm sure that's why bartenders, they don't really have them anymore, right? They used to be like, like Schlitz.
You should just throw them like...
Every beer company has.
Just throw them at you. Here you go.
Not anymore. And I know why. So anyway.
They used to give them to you.
These days it's a little different. Anyway, we have Mack Maloney Military X-Files bar coasters and the bag of swag. So just go to MackMaloney.com, hit the contact button, and you'll see what to do to get your bag of swag. So I think that's it, kids. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Let's give ourselves a hand.
Yeah.
One last...
Thank you, Mac.
You obviously had fun.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And until you hear us next time, this is Mac for the entire gang saying be safe, be happy, and...
Bye-bye.